This podcast is presented by Zack Labs, Cosbon, the instant costume adhesive. Have you ever had issues using materials to build cosplay costumes, theater props, or everyday repair? We have the solution you've been looking for. Zack Labs proudly presents our latest product, Cosbon, the instant costume adhesive. What you get is a 8.5 by 12 inch sheet. You simply peel off both sides much like you would double stick tape, except this isn't that. This is our patent-pending microfiber-infused adhesive that has a tensile strength of up to 100 pounds. This unique adhesive sheet is instant, and boy, do we mean instant. Activation is different than other products, as ours works purely by pressure. Simply peel and stick, applying even force, and it bonds. Instantly. It's human-safe, non-toxic, pet-safe, no fumes, and the best part, it won't ever stick to your hands. Rated for up to 75 wash cycles before starting to give. Great in the cold, rain, and even the heat. Stick anything to almost anything. Metals, plastics, most cloths, and best of all for all you cosplayers and costume builders, is all of your foam materials. While it does stick instantly, leave it alone with a bit of pressure for 24 hours and it cures to even stronger. So wave your magic wand and just use Cosbond, the instant costume adhesive. You are listening to a Dynamic Works Productions podcast. This show is available on iTunes, Stitcher Radio Network, and many, many more podcast services around the world. You can find all our content, music, videos, books, podcasts, and more on our website, www.dynamicworksproductions.com. Have questions, comments, or concerns for us? Head on over to the social tab on www.dynamicworksproductions.com if you'd like to talk to us. Now, on with the show. Welcome back to another episode of the Fork in Your Ear podcast. I'm your host, as always, author, podcaster, and gamer, Tim K. Trotter. Joining me, as always, through the portal of the interwebs, spinning along down the Cat 5s and the T10 lines through the fiber optics of the web streams over the mountains and probably across the Mississippi, all the way to the fabled land of Jersey. Is the one, the only, the Buster of Knuckles, the Stallion of Stallions, Mike List.
What's going on, Tim? How you doing, buddy?
Well, other than my house is falling apart as we're getting ready to sell it and move, and transitioning to taking over my father's business and all of that jazz, things are not bad. At least this week. There's been some kerfuffles this week, like my what was I saying? What were the kerfuffles? I just told them to you on the other side of the show.
Your water softener blowing up, and
yeah, water softener blew up. Oh yeah, and our fridge went out.
Your fridge went out, which sucks a bag of dicks.
Yeah, our fridge went out Tuesday.
Yeah.
We have not had a fridge, and we're not going to have a new fridge until Monday. Everything's been... We've got a bunch of big, deep chest freezers.
Yeah.
Which is okay. But cooking-wise, it's been real interesting, to say the least. A lot of canned stuff, a lot of eating out, a lot of ordering just what you think you can eat because we don't have anything to store it in. I've got a little mini fridge here, but it's full. Like I've got some meats and some other stuff in there that like, you know, needed to stay in there, but it's it's not been great, man.
No, not having a refrigerator sucks.
You know, like I don't think it's ever happened to me. Like, you know, like I've like defrosted a fridge and like a fridge has like been broken for like a day or the other worst, like you get a power outage for like a week.
Oh yeah,
You know, that's something different. You know what I mean?
because you know it's coming back on.
Yeah, exactly. And this was just and you know, and I knew something was a little weird Tuesday morning cuz like as you know, Fork fam, like I'm a tea drinker. And when I make piping hot tea in the morning, I use a kettle. And so it's like, you know, it's fucking boiling, you know.
Yeah.
But I also want to like drink it sometime in the next 3 hours. So I top my tea canister off with like some ice, you know? So it's that right temperature and it still steeps and all that jazz.
Mhm.
And like I'll usually put the ice in like a bowl or like a Pyrex measuring cup or something, you know? And the ice flew out of the ice machine instead of just, you know, being cold, they were a little wet and slippery. And so they like flew out of the ice machine and then did like the half pipe Tony Hawk inside the Pyrex bowl and like flew out onto the floor. And I was like, huh, that was weird. But I just thought I didn't think anything of it. I was like, oh, that was a little weird, you know? And then we come home and it's like, well, everything's dead now. Because I guess apparently, and I did not know this. When the freezer goes out, it takes the whole fridge with it.
Oh yeah. It's not one or the other. It's
Yeah, because I guess you can have, or at least the way most fridges are set up is, you can have a fridge side still work, and your oh wait, no, I said that backwards. You can have a freezer still work and the fridge part be dead. But if the freezer goes out, it's like the Christmas light bulb. Everything goes out.
Yeah, everything's out.
Ugh, it's terrible. It's terrible, man.
It does suck.
Yeah.
I mean, been there, so I know what you're going through. It just sucks. It mainly sucks more because it's like everything is gone, and then you're like, okay, cool. Oh, I gotta drop another whatever on a refrigerator.
Yeah, and then there was a big fight with like, you know, me and the girlfriend as renters and the family over the fridge, and moreover when the fridge was coming. It was a whole fucking deal, and it was like it was ridiculous. The amount of screaming going on in the family was ridiculous. Because like my mom was like, "Get this fucking shit fixed right fucking now," and of course we couldn't get it fixed right fucking now because repair people suck.
They don't care.
And then father was like, well, you know, we'll get one from like Costco or something, you know, which is fine, except the one from Costco isn't going to be here for like, at least this was, you know, almost a week ago now, you know, it's not going to be here for like 10 days. And it's like, oh, that's fucking terrible. And it's like, well, let's fucking price match that shit at Lowe's. And so me and Brock did, and then Dave was like, no, fuck Lowe's. I don't like Lowe's. We're like, God damn it. So then we went and found the same fucking fridge for $50 more, delivered and installed from Home Depot. And then he's like, no. We're like, are you fucking kidding me? Okay.
No?
Yeah, you heard me.
You can't say no.
Well, he did, good sir.
Dave says otherwise.
Yeah, basically.
I feel like I know your dad. Like that's how much you talk about him, like to me, about like you know, in and out of recordings. I feel like when I ever come to Seattle and you're like, oh, this is my dad, I'm like, hey Dave, how you doing, man? Like just like it's not a big deal. Like I've known him like I've known him as long as I've known you, and I met him a bunch of times. He'll be like, that guy is really friendly. You're like, no, I've talked so much about you. He knows you.
Oh no, he would not say that.
Oh really?
Yeah, no. I'm like, who the fuck is that guy?
Dave's kind of a dick.
Oh, well, and that was the other thing, by the way. So while I'm out, you know, making money for the family and, you know, Brock and Jessica, and like Dave's been talking shit to Jessica, like all week, apparently. And like my mom heard this, and like we fired the nuclear missile at that point.
Oh, you said cunt?
No. I wasn't even part of the thing.
Oh.
I mean, don't get me wrong, like we had a shouting match, but okay, whoop-de-doo, that happens every week.
Yeah, that's true.
But this time, like the line for like my mom was like him talking shit about me to Jessica.
Yeah.
And like that is a line that you do not cross apparently with my mother. Even if you're the father. And so like oh God, when that blow up happened? I think it happened Thursday. And so yesterday, like I'm out and about and I'm like, oh, okay, so how's Dave's mood today, Jessica? And she's like, seems like he's doing a lot of ass kissing. He's been real nice to me. He's leaving me alone. Says he's taking us out to lunch.
He's kissing a lot of ass.
And I was like, well, whatever occurred was good.
Mom put the screws to him.
Yeah, obviously. So, that's a thing. Let's see. Other than that, so life stuff. As you know, because we had, or at least part of the group was not present for our usual Pathfinder night, because Jessica had a prior commitment of doing the trunk or treat thing, like which we'd done the year before. Even though she no longer works at this preschool, like we did it again, and we actually changed themes last minute. It was going to be Tangled, because I guess the overall theme was like Disney, or whatever. But we couldn't find Tangled shit to save.
No, you're not going to
save her thing. So we transitioned hardcore, hard 90 to Pirates of the Caribbean.
That was a good. Okay.
Yep. I have lots of Pirates of the Caribbean crap. So does she. She dressed up as she says a pirate, but I say she dressed up as a slutty pirate.
No. Listen, that's what Halloween is about.
Slutty pirates. I agree.
Well, no, dressing. Well, women dressing like. Say something and then add the word slutty to it, and then it's probably a Halloween costume for a woman somewhere.
Oh, dude. So I got in trouble for saying this. So we were in line at Walmart, and I was getting some rum, and she's like, "How does my costume look?" I was like, "It looks great. You look like a slutty pirate." She was like, "Excuse me," and we were in line, and she's a loud person.
I'm sure there was one guy like, "Oh no!"
No, there's this old dude in front of me with his wife. And he just kind of turned and he gave me this look like, oh, you did it now. You don't say that word.
Oh.
And then I was like, well, like a good slutty. And she like put her hands on her hips and I was like, oh, this is getting so much worse. And I was like, can I get you a chocolate bar or something?
I will just stop talking now. That's a good idea. Stop just end my statements as we go. Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah, it was terrible.
I mean, there's some girls that you can slay slutty to, and they're like, yeah, whatever. Like, and then there's some girls that just take such offense to it.
Oh, speaking of that, I've had various friends that were female over the years, and like there was always like a line or a period of time where like. In the beginning, it's like you can't say bitch to them jokingly, like bitch, that outfit doesn't look good.
If you get offended at me calling you a bitch, I say bitch is just like a general statement of fact. I'm like, bitch, knock it the fuck off. Like,
oh yeah, I say that too. So it wasn't really until Jessica moved in where that has now become acceptable. Because, like, I've been saying it lately, and I've been realizing that it's not offensive to her anymore, like it used to be. And I'm like, yes, relationship leveled up, or something. So, that's great. Because, no, here's how it'll be. Like, and it's that kind of, like, loving relationship kind of way, too. Like, I was laying on the couch God, I think Wednesday or something. And she was like, I love you. And I was like, I love you too. And I was like, but you know what I keep thinking? Bitch, where's my sandwich? And she was like, excuse me. And then I was like, you heard me. Bitch, where's my sandwich? She was like, fine, I'll go make your motherfucking sandwich. But it's all like lovingly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's all good. So it's fine because she started to call me bitch a lot more now too. She'd be like, bitch, get me the remote. Like we're using it as like a
term of endearment.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens.
It's great. I love it because, she has a mouth on her. So, yeah, it's all good. It's all good. So, what about you, man? What's been going on in your life this last week?
Sucky going back to work. Other than that, yeah. Oh. Fucking having off for a week and then going back, you're like, man, why the fuck did I come back?
Well, I mean, paycheck, but
well, sure, yeah. I mean, obviously, but still, it's kind of like,
yeah, it's yeah, that's for sure.
That bitch is sometimes I. But it's funny because we have it's rare in the warehousing business to have a woman in the warehouse with us.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I suppose that probably is true.
Yeah, we work with, we're a bunch of dudes.
Right, this is gonna sound completely terrible. So when I imagine women in like the warehouse business, I'm imagining like biker chicks and.
Well, I mean, there's clerks. Like we have clerks that work with us and stuff like that, but not like any pulling orders, throwing cases like we do. And then we have one now, and she is actually doing good. But it's so funny watching the guys like look around. And I'm like, oh, you're about to say something fucked up, aren't you? Like, as soon as I see that, like, they're talking, and then they stop, and then they look left and look right, and, like, look behind them. I'm like, oh, you're about to say something real fucked up. I am excited.
Well, that's funny.
Yeah. I mean, she's doing good. It's not, the job is hard, but I mean, she's not the littlest girl. She's kind of she looks like she could play basketball, if you know what I mean.
Oh, she's tall and big boned.
Yeah, yeah. That's a good way to put it. I was gonna say she might have a condom in her pocket, but whatever.
Okay. So you're saying she switched sleeves at some point.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, let's be honest on something here.
Yeah. I think that's a totally acceptable way to say that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything against it. I'm all for it. Fuck it. I like shit. We're not going to talk about. I mean, we can talk about that if you want to. I enjoy watching the lesbianic porn. I'm for it.
So anything
still
else?
Still in vacation. Still, I'm trying to keep that vacation mode going as long as I can because I mean it was nice.
Yeah.
Been going to the gym a lot more. Yeah. Having a shit ton of sex. Just a metric fuck ton.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it was.
I've been having a lot of sex too, but I've been not fulfilling my partner's needs though, which kind of bums me out because I'm trying. So here's my problem right now. Like, so I don't know if I've told you this, but so like usually after sex, I'll be like, rate me. So we like rate each other.
Oh, don't ever do that. That's terrible.
Oh no, we've been doing it for years, dude.
Oh, somebody's feelings is gonna get hurt.
It's like our thing.
Oh, okay. Some weird kink. I like it.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes our feelings are hurt.
Oh yeah.
Because sometimes it'll be like,
you think you came in there swinging heavy, hard dick, and she's like, it was like a 3.
Oh, well, here's how it goes. So it'll be like, oh, how was that? She'd be like, 5. I was like, okay. Next one, 7. I was like, all right. She'll be like, oh my god.
Yeah.
9.5 maybe. I was like, okay, yeah. And then every once in a while, it'll be like hey, how'd I do? Be like, you know, they're like, lower than a 5, huh? You should be like, yeah, a lot lower than a 5. I was like, okay, what really? Should be like, I was like a 2. I was like, oh,
Jesus,
shit.
okay.
Yeah. So we've been doing that for a while, and we had this time a couple days ago, and it was the best sex I have ever had in my life. And it was so beyond a 10, like saying like an 11 or a 12. Like,
yeah.
I straight up looked at her and I said, I was like, babe, that I can't rate that with a number. All I can rate it is by saying this name. And she's like, what name? And I was like, that was Scarlett Johansson level good. Because that's like my celebrity crush, right? That's like, that's like on the top 5 the list. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, ScarJo's up there, number 1. And she was like, damn, that good, huh? I was like, yeah, it's amazing. It's incredible. You know? And so for the last couple of times now, like, it's just been, she's been knocking it out of the park. And like, she's knocking it out of the park before I can get to her.
Show up to the park.
I can't, like, it's too good. Like, my stuff is just it has been serviced. And so, like, and I've been trying to hang on, you know. I was even doing some edging, you know.
Yeah.
And
I'm a fucking deviant, dude.
Just lately, it's been so hard, man.
I'm like, that's so weird. Nah, dude, I'm for that.
Yeah, it's just been so hard because it's been so good.
I like a good little little nibble on my junk when the oral services is happening. I'm for that. I'm a freak.
Yeah. Anyways, so my side and her, whatever she's doing, she needs to keep doing that on her side of the thing. But it's been resulting in, you know, like, it's been more than a week since I got her, and that's you know, and that's not so great now that we're living together. You know, so
my helpful hint as a man who's been in a relationship for 6 years and banging since he was like 14.
Yeah, I know.
The trick is, ready? Get her done first.
Yeah. See,
that's the trick. But here's
under normal circumstances, I agree with you, and that's usually the plan, because as we all know, men go way quicker than women, right? I mean, maybe most women. I don't know.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I know a girl who she went like 1, 2. That's what it was, and I was just like, oh, hey, what the fuck was that? You know what I mean? Because when we're all adults here, Forks fam. You know, when you first get it in, you're not like warmed up yet. The band is still tuning, and that'd be like
sometimes
that'd be like do re mi. Oh, I'm done. Concert over. That's what it was like. You know what I mean? Like, not even warming up the scales. Like, the pipes weren't even warm yet. The oven wasn't even preheated. You're just making cookies in a lukewarm oven. All right, cool, girl. It's yours.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Oh, listen, Tim, you're gonna have a great show, because I have a rant coming.
Oh, do you?
I'm so angry at this. Oh, I'm so mad. I think it might have like went under my. I mean, it is technically life. I can go into this now.
Okay.
You know, I don't really keep up with the news, being, you know, the climate of the world and all that. So I just choose to stay very, very quiet when it comes to news, because I don't want to say things like, Jesus Christ, so and so's fucking up, or, you know, why is there a missing journalist in our you guys are looking for a missing journalist in Iraq? You know where you should look? In the water or in the ground, because he's dead, folks. So I saw today, you know, I'm a coffee drinker now, as we covered that. One, I don't drink Starbucks coffee unless I absolutely have to, and it's free.
Mm-hmm. You and Brock.
Yeah, I am a Dunkin Donuts fan.
Well, we've talked about this before.
Yeah.
Starbucks is around me. I can't get a made by Dunkin Donuts cup of coffee in the morning because it doesn't fucking exist here in my fucking state anymore. Because it got fucking run out by Starbucks.
Okay.
Which, let's be honest, if it's going to be run out of anywhere, it's going to be the fucking home base state of Starbucks.
Yeah.
Let's be honest about that.
We can.
But it sucks, but I will. Don't get me wrong. I do get Starbucks sometimes in the morning and stuff.
Yeah.
Especially lately. Like the other day.
The acai berry chiller, it's delicious. I'm all for the chillers.
I'm a big fan of their pumpkin spice.
I haven't had their pumpkin spice.
I'm a big fan of their pumpkin spice. Well,
I had their holiday blend. I had their holiday blend, and it's good.
Their holiday blend is good.
It's really good. Yeah.
I think the thing for me though is because, as we all know, I have a bazillion allergies, and Starbucks is their syrups and stuff, they're very clean. So usually I can have that there versus I'll have to do some research if I'm stopping at a fucking Bigfoot Java or a fucking little hut or bikini barista or something.
A what?
A bikini barista?
What's that, Tim?
Oh, you don't have those over there?
No, it's cold, Tim. What do you think?
Well,
I can put two and two together. Is it hot chicks in bikinis serving coffee?
Yeah.
Do they have themes and stuff? Because if so, I'd go there all the time. They have themes?
Yeah. So fun fact, our state had to actually pass legislation to approve and disapprove what they could and couldn't wear, because some of the bikini baristas were definitely, they were just fucking wearing pasties.
Okay.
Making mad tips.
Oh, I'm sure.
Making mad tips.
I'm sure homegirl was raking in the dough.
Yeah. So that's the thing around here. We have bikini baristas. We have two actually. We have bikini baristas and we have hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck you! The greatest name for a coffee spot ever.
I know, right?
Other than maybe tips and drips would probably be a good one too.
Oh, that's dirty.
Yeah, that's two on the nose.
Yeah.
Hot chocolate is where are we going? Hot chocolate. Why? Must you ask?
Yeah. And I'll be honest, their coffee's not great.
No, you don't go there for the coffee. You go there for the ambiance.
Sure,
no one
ambiance.
Yeah, no one goes to Waffle House for the food. You go there for the shit service. That's why you go to Waffle House.
Is that the name of a restaurant up there?
Yeah, it's like a breakfasty diner. You don't have Waffle Houses in Seattle?
No.
Really?
Yeah, never heard of it.
You have Denny's?
Oh, of course. So it's like a Denny's.
Sure, it's more waffle based though. It's like IHOP but for waffles.
Oh, okay.
And it's just shitty service.
Still, always. That's why you go. IHOP.
Fuck IHOP.
I hate
waffles
IHOP. Have we talked about how much I hate IHOP?
No, but we can.
It's not because I hate pancakes.
No, I love pancakes. I love breakfast in general.
Oh, me too. Me too.
No, okay. Let me just get this rant over with.
Okay.
Do you know I said the wrong place, Tim?
Oh.
Do you know I said Dunkin Donuts? Do you know what it's called now?
What do you
mean? It's called Dunkin'. It's called just Dunkin'.
No.
Dunkin'. Yeah.
Are you telling me they changed the name of Dunkin' Donuts?
They changed the name of Dunkin' Donuts to just Dunkin's. Hey,
fuck.
Bitch. And I don't say that.
I'm a Dunkin' man. Can I rant with you now? This makes me visibly angry.
Tag team dunk. Hey, why don't you bring the girl that took you to the party to the dance floor? You ignorant motherfuckers. You are known for donuts. Sure, your hash browns are delicious. I'll give you that. Your hash browns are motherfucking amazing.
I didn't even know they had hash browns. That must be.
They do.
They haven't been in my state for 5 years.
When you try one, let me know.
Okay.
You won't find a better one in a fast food establishment. And I'll go on record in saying that.
Ooh.
But, yeah, sure. I work out a lot. And sometimes on my way home from a hard workout, maybe I did an hour and 45 to 2 hours of hard ass work. Maybe I want a motherfucking donut. So I stop at motherfucking Dunkin' Donuts, grab myself a motherfucking Bear Claw, or if I feel real sexy, a motherfucking vanilla frosted with sprinkles, because you know what? Sprinkles are for closers. You know what Mike List is? A fucking closer. All right? That's what we do. when you're a closer, you get sprinkles. Even better when the sprinkles are motherfucking festive. That's my shit. I motherfucking love when sprinkles are festive. They're orange and like all the Halloween colors. And then I saw today that they had a motherfucking candy corn one, and I'm like, yo, you have way better flavors to pick from than candy corn. Motherfucking caramel apple would be okay.
Hang on. Not to interrupt your rant, by all means, continue your rant. But I have questions and interjections. So
Go
one,
ahead.
do they still have donuts at Dunkin' Donuts?
Yes, they still have donuts.
Okay, so
they just decided not to name it. You know what I mean?
Fucking stupid.
That's like going somewhere and it'd be like, you go somewhere with Jessica and then you just introduce yourself.
Yeah, that's like, okay, so have you heard of Krispy Kreme?
I have. I love Krispy Kreme. When that hot light comes on, I'll crash my motherfucking car.
Okay, so Krispy Kreme's also started in this state, by the way.
I know that. Okay.
Yeah, they did. And then they overextended. Like, they're still around here, and their headquarters is still here and all that jazz. But, like, they used to be, like, you'd see a Starbucks, other corner be Krispy Kreme's. Like, fucking everywhere. But then Starbucks beat them into their fucking face, and now there's, like, I gotta go 15 miles to get to a Krispy Kreme.
Really?
Let's put it that way.
Okay.
But they're obviously still around, and they still do fucking coffee, and you know, they make the donuts in front of you and all that sort of stuff.
Subpar coffee. Their coffee's shit.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest though. But their shit's there until like fucking. All right, well, I'm watching Brock out on the outside of my building through my window right now. He just wheeled the motherfucking pressure washer out here. And if he's about to fucking start pressure washing while I'm podcasting, I'm gonna go fucking ballistic.
You're a podcaster, Brock. You can't do that. That's against the motherfucking bylaws of the podcast concordant of 1998, signed by Kevin Smith, Ralph Hardman, and Adam Carolla. You can't do shit that's loud while someone is recording.
Yeah, because he just pulled it out in front of my window here. And the tone of this podcast might change real drastically, real fast here. If he's kicking that up here.
Okay, so but on the side note, you went to Krispy Kreme.
Yeah. I'm just looking at this pressure washer out the window, and I'm like...
Just knock on the window and shake your finger at him. Just knock on the window and go, Just that finger.
This day.
If you think you're going to do that, you're high as shit.
Oh, no, he's fucking undoing it. Hang on. Fucking A. I gotta go. Hang on. God damn it.
I know he's going to listen to this, so deep down inside, I really hope Brock would actually fire up the pressure washer, and that way you could hear Tim lose his mind on cast, because, listen, he would have lost his mind. Like, Tim sans mind. That's what would have happened. He'd have been gone, folks. You'd have heard Tim cussing out Brock. He might have said a few things. Oh, it's going to be good. I hate being sick. It sucks a big old dick. I hate being sick. Having a cough really sucks when you talk in the microphone for 6 hours a week. I could hear it. I could hear the pressure washer kicking on.
Yeah, and then I. Yeah, and then I talked to Dave, and I was like, and to his credit, he didn't put up. Okay.
I heard the motherfucking pressure washer come on, and I heard you go, "Yo!"
Oh, I'm back. What did you hear?
I heard the pressure washer kick on, and then I heard you yell, "Yo!"
Yeah. All right.
Which is exactly what I thought was going to happen, because I actually said it on, like, just to the fam. I was like, Tim's going to lose it.
Yeah, so I went out there, and I was like, "Yo, Brock, what the fuck you think you're doing?" He was like, he said pressure wash, so I'm pressure washing." And I was like, no, I'm recording a podcast right now. And he's like, oh, sucks to be you. And I was like, fuck you.
That's Brock.
And he's like, well, go talk to your dad. And I was like, I fucking will. So I went out there. And at least to Dave's credit, on a Saturday, I was like, hey, what's going on with that pressure washing out there? And he's like, we're just pressure washing the side of the building so that maybe when it's, dry, which it won't be for the rest of fucking like 6 months because it's fucking Washington. So we can paint it and get it ready to sell. And I was like, okay, cool. But so between 1 and 5 on a Saturday, which, as you know, it's the one fucking day of the week that's my podcast time. And you're gonna start a motor on the outside of my window where there's no sound protection. Yeah. And he's like, oh shit. I was like, can you delay it a few hours? And he was like, yeah, okay. And I was like, okay,
push
cool.
Push that shit back?
Yeah. So then I got to talk to Bach. I was like, hey, you can kill it. He's like, all right, man.
I was like, okay. If you wanted to come in and hop on?
Nah. He's got to do, he does some extra house stuff to knock off some money off of his rent. Even though he's also getting paid, to work and all that sort of stuff. But it was part of his agreement before he took on working in C4, so that's the dealio.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because he had, like, every other weekend he doesn't have a kid. And so this is the weekend he doesn't have a kid. So usually me and him, like, we're going to hang out tomorrow, actually. And then today he's, like, doing stuff and getting diesel and stuff for the winter and all that jazz.
Wow.
Anyways, back to your rant, because we had to stop so that I could rant.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dunkin' changed their name.
Dunkin Donuts.
So you're fucking telling me that when I run out of this fucking 5-pound bag of delicious drip Dunkin' Donuts coffee grounds, I'm gonna have to fucking find Dunkin' in the fucking store? That's what you're telling me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, I gotta Google what's this new logo look like.
It's just the term Dunkin'. It's the Dunkin' Donuts logo, just with the word Dunkin'.
Like Dunkin' ing or did apostrophe?
DUNKIN apostrophe. It's literally they just dropped the donuts. They forgot what brought them to the party.
Well, it's still called DunkinDonuts.com, so.
Yeah, no, this is just what they're doing. They're changing it.
It says rebrand.
Yep.
They haven't changed the website yet.
No. That's probably the last thing that they're going to change, to be honest.
So, but you're telling me in store they've already changed it for you?
Yeah, the cup. It was the cups that said it. They were just instead.
Like they printed them.
Yeah.
Oh, so they just dropped the pink part. It's just.
Yeah, just Dunkin'.
And it doesn't even have the little coffee in the logo anymore?
No, not that I saw.
Okay, Dunkin', and then the apostrophes the.
Yeah.
Well. All right, so I'm still real mad about this, but it's at least less offensive than when they altered Mountain Dew.
Oh, yeah.
And they changed it to Mitten Dew.
Mitten, yeah.
Yeah, fuck that shit. It's still offensive. Don't get me wrong. That's just so dumb.
Mm-hmm. Like,
is this because they fucking sell paninis and shit in fucking India?
No, they sell it here too.
Oh, do they? Oh shit. Well, I mean, I don't have a fucking Dunkin Donuts to go check out their menu.
Yeah. Yeah, they have breakfast sandwiches and stuff like that now too. So yeah.
Well, I think when I was in Florida, I saw that they had breakfast sandwiches. I had them. They were good.
Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't have the hash browns because I think they come with it.
I don't remember having hash browns. This was like 5, 6, maybe even 7 years ago.
Yeah, I mean they're not like that remarkable that you would forget. You would remember them, through 7 years. Like,
I still remember my fucking foam whip top fucking frappe. Shut the fuck up, Siri. We're having an argument.
I didn't ask you, Siri. Shut the fuck up. You had a mouse so I could put my dick in it.
Whoa. Jesus.
That's someone else's joke. I think it's hilarious.
That was good.
Yeah, that was somebody else's joke that he got.
Real good.
That he got into a little bit of trouble for, and I just thought it was hilarious to say because it's like Siri just automatically. I didn't ask you. I know. I just saw you fire up. Go to
sleep. Oh man. I forgot to start the secondary recording until just now.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. Okay. Well, my primary recording's rolling, so we should be fine.
Oh, okay. All right.
We should be fine.
You just had the back. You just use the Skype as a backup.
Yeah, I use the Skype one as a backup now.
Which is smart.
Yeah.
Because we are well known to not have a fucing backup, and somehow the recording goes to shit.
I know. You're always yelling at me. ABR, always be recording, and then ABR. We say that, and then we don't fucking do it. That is the irony-ness of it all. It's terrible. So, okay. So, is there more to your rant?
No, just, bitch, you're not that special. You're Dunkin Donuts. You always be Dunkin Donuts to me.
Exactly.
Jess, she actually said to me today, she's like, it's like when a diner changes its name. We know who you are. And I'm like, yeah, if you put makeup on a pig, it's still a pig. It's just a pig with lipstick.
Uh-huh.
And she looked at me and she goes, what do you think about on a daily basis? I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, sometimes you say things. And I'm like, I don't think he thought about that thoroughly. I'm like, no, I totally did. And she's like, if you put makeup on a pig, it's still a pig, just a pig with lipstick. I'm like, it is though. You can change the name all you want. It's still Dunkin', it's still a pig wearing lipstick though.
Oh man, that's so good.
And she was like, yeah, you do have. She's like, you make good points, and I'm like, I do make good points. But she was just like, just because I said it so calm and just matter of fact. She was like, Jesus Christ, are you fucking serious? I'm like, what? But, yeah, I think that's the end of that rant. But you were talking about Krispy Kreme.
Oh yeah. So Krispy Kreme, there used to be one by my mall, which is like 5 miles away from me, and now it's a fucking Panera Bread.
Oh well, hey, wait, hold on. Panera is pretty amazing.
I wouldn't know. Do you know why? Because the fucking their second fucking word in their fucking title.
Bread. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck you, Panera Bread. Piece of shit. I don't know. Jessica gets food there all the time. I hear it's good.
Thoughts and comments of Tim, K.A. Trotter, does not reflect the comments of Dynamic Works Production. If Panera Bread ever wants to sponsor us, bitch, I will eat your sandwiches and eat it. Their French onion soup is amazing. I'm going to say it right now.
Are they? Okay.
Oh, it's 12. Yeah. Like, fight a motherfucker good. That's how good it is.
Oh, man.
Like when we go out for lunch, I'm like, where do you want to go? She's like, I don't know. And I'm like, Soup and Sam's? And she's like, yo, Soup and Sam's.
Does she actually say yo, Soup and Sam's?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she says things like that all the time.
Yeah, I believe you now more on this because I started following her on Twitter and she just says shit.
What do you think? Her and I are perfect because we both don't have like that filter.
Yeah.
I told Siri just a second ago I wish she had a mouse so I could put my dick in it.
I know, it was terrible. But kind of great. It's good. It's real good.
Yeah. She's a very interesting follow.
Yeah.
She's not afraid of anything.
Yeah, that's the truth. Let's see. Is that all of our rants?
Oh, I had since you want to talk about real quick, Krispy Kreme, you want to really change your. I mean, you probably can't. Well, no, you can eat donuts. It's not bread.
Yes,
right?
it is.
I said just I mean, but it's still. I'm so sad.
Donut's worse.
I'm so sad. I'm going to tell you about this. Okay, just know that as your buddy, I'm so sad. I'm going to tell you about this. I had a bacon cheeseburger the other day with fucking Krispy Kremes as buns.
Oh. Yeah, no, go fuck yourself, good sir.
I mean, that's fair. Honestly, that's more than fair. I deserve that.
Fuck that.
I'm a fan of putting fried eggs on burgers.
I mean, it's...
I'm just saying right now, ready? We'll say this right now on cast. If you disagree, you're wrong. Go fuck yourself.
I mean, there's a lot of things you can put on a burger until it gets offensive. Actually, maybe there's not a lot of things you can put on a burger. I had to walk that back. I had to think about that. I was like, wait, what can you put on a burger that's actually offensive?
Pizza? Pizza, you can piss a lot of people
Pizza
off.
burger? No. That's okay.
No, I'm talking about like a pizza, like pineapple on pizza, which I love, by the way. People are so offensive. Oh, they get offended.
Yeah, I know. My girlfriend hates
their mom
it.
Sluts or something.
I know.
I just like pineapple on pizza, you fucking asshole.
I know. What is wrong with a little bit of fucking sweet little fucking shit on my fucking pizza? It's great.
I'll be honest with you. I love pineapple.
Me too. Pineapple's fucking fantastic.
Pineapple. Dunkin's has a pineapple colada.
Ooh.
Yeah, bitch, it's good as a motherfucker. Yeah.
You know what I bet you the end of this episode's gonna be? You're going out to fucking motherfucking Dunkin Donuts to get some of this shit because we're talking about it like we're fucking hungry.
She's like, hey babe, she already told me, she's like, babe, can we go to Dunks? And I'm like, yeah, we can totally go to Dunks. After she's gone from work, I'm like, oh yeah, we're definitely. Oh, and they cosmetic it out. They put a little blue sour syrup in it too if you want to get funky with it.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah, real good stuff right there.
Oh man, goodness. Well, already
donuts are like not bread. No, they are bread, Mike. They're very much bread.
It's so true. It's so true. So I guess it would bear witness, I guess, to some of the weird shit that's also going on in the world that our Fork fam has posted about on our Discord, which you can join too by going over to Get Forked at Twitter and clicking on that link there. So
apparently, a barrel roll,
I guess. So a small plane crashes on 101 freeway in Agoura Hills in California that had Nazi fucking logos on it.
Yeah.
I mean,
apparently Nazis can't fly planes.
I mean, that wouldn't be the first time, am I right?
They lost. It's fine.
Yeah, it's all good. They're just, treated as the scum and villainy of every video games and movies and TV shows for the history of all time.
Not wrong.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, I'm going to be honest with you. If a Nazi did per chance listen to this, one, fuck you, don't listen. And number two, I want you to tweet at us because the misspelled tweets that you will send us will give us so much shit to talk about. It's going to be hilarious. Oh, have you ever seen the terrible spelling and punctuation and grammar of some people's tweets?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I like to look back at their timeline and be like, ooh, you probably shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, sounds about right. So anyway, this plane crashed on the far left lane on the northbound side. It erupted in flames. Surprise, surprise. And the aircraft ended up crumpled up against the center divider. Los Angeles County Fire Department quickly responded to the scene and knocked down the flames. Fire officials said the pilot, who appeared to be the only person on board, was not injured. Fire officials said no other vehicles were involved in the crash. Said the pilot was doing a test run for the Van Nuys, and he did a loop around the Warner Center and started to have engine trouble. He says, I picked a spot on the freeway where I knew there was a big section of cars that weren't there, but the engine completely failed. Fortunately, I was not able to hurt anybody other than the airplane. The wreckage of the plane has been towed to a hangar where investigators intend to determine the cause for the accident. The plane is described as a 1940s SNJ-5 plane, which is part of the Condor Squadron Vintage Flying Club. Dumped 90 gallons of jet fuel on the freeway.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, it doesn't say anything about the Nazi-ness of the plane.
Uh-huh.
I wonder if that's intentional. Or I'm making things up poorly?
Well, I mean, if it was a historic plane, it would, that does make sense, because it would be like
Okay, so then don't screw the pilot. He's just a historian maintaining history so that people can see.
Probably
that's different. We take back a lot of things that we just said.
Yeah. To that guy.
We're not fucking perfect, okay? We're not news. We just read shit, okay?
Tell the landing. Did he tell the runway that he was going to do a barrel roll?
I mean, he wasn't that guy from my state.
I know.
But everybody does keep talking about that. Everybody says that's like one of the funniest bits we've ever done. Even though it's not a bit, it's just us reading the news.
Not a bit. It's just us reading the news, and I was like, dude, you should totally do it like Rick and Morty.
Yep.
And you were like, I could totally do that.
Mm-hmm. It is definitely one of those things. So, another thing that our good boy Burning Wing pointed out to us, a cow was struck by 4 cars on K-42 in Sedgwick County. The first vehicle hit the cow, forcing it into oncoming traffic, where it was hit by a second and run over by a third. Holy shit. And then a fourth vehicle clipped the cow.
God.
Jesus. Fuck.
This poor cow.
Yeah. I mean, it was 7:30 p.m., so it was at least, night. But at the same time, like, dude hits the cow in an intersection to then get hit by another car, who then another car clips it, and then another car clips it. Good Lord.
When was it dead? Let's play that game.
It says the cow did not survive.
Obviously,
no
the cow did
shit.
Not survive. Find me the cow that could survive getting struck by 3 fucking vehicles, and I will show you the a deity cow. I will show you. Be like, you know what? I'm not eating beef anymore. Fuck that. The only thing that can take that much damage, I'm not eating. And I love steak. Oh boy, I love steak.
Yeah, I love steak too. Okay, so
things you can eat, bud. Right?
Oh, that's true. Meats are still good. 2 Florida girls accused of plan to kill classmates and drink their blood.
Fuck you, Twilight. I blame Twilight.
Bartow, Florida. 2 middle school girls in Central Florida brought knives to school and a foiled plot to kill classmates, cut them up, and drink their blood before killing themselves. The 2 girls, aged 11 and 12, Jesus, were armed with knives Tuesday at Bartow Middle School before they were caught, according to arrest affidavits released by the Bartow Police Department. No one was hurt. The girls face charges of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder and possession of a weapon at school, among other charges. It'll be up to prosecutors to decide whether the girls will be charged formally as juveniles or as adults. After their arrests, the girls were sent to a juvenile detention facility. Bartow is located in the heart of Florida's Citrus Belt. The girls plan to stake out a school bathroom and wait for smaller students to enter. They plan to cut their victims' throats, cut their bodies, eat the flesh, and drink their victims' blood. And then they plan to finally stab themselves. Huh. Jesus shit! Their official statement says their original plan was to kill at least 1 student, but they're hoping to kill anywhere between 15 to 25 students. This says killing all of these students was in hopes it would make them worse sinners, ensuring that after they committed suicide, they would go to hell, so they could be with Satan. Okay?
Okay, I'm going to go on record. I'm going to go on a little bit of a tirade here. Number 1, I knew it was going to be a good one when you said Florida.
Yeah, Florida. I mean,
there's some good. I know some good people in Florida. I do. I mean,
yeah, me too. Me too. And like I said, I've been to Florida on a couple of occasions. You know, Dunkin Donuts is still there.
Yeah, Dunkin's still there.
You know, Dexter was filmed there. That's a good show.
I mean, it was okay up until like the third season, but okay.
You're thinking of the last season, buddy. Third season wasn't good. I agree with you on that.
The one with John Lithgow. Whatever one that
was.
Oh
my God, you are fucking on crack, you motherfucker.
No, I'm not.
I disagree with you so hard on that.
That was the biggest bitch-ass rear naked choke I've ever seen.
It was the best fucking season. Oh, we have reached hard times. Thanks a lot, Florida.
He was creepy, sure, but he wasn't like I have cut the shit moments in shows. Like I don't watch The Walking Dead because you can't run at a full sprint hitting headshots one-handed with a service revolver. You can't fucking do it. Hard. Okay, that's why I like John Wick. I like John Wick because motherfucking Keanu Reeves. I was like, yo, that motherfucker's a shooter. You know what I mean? Like it brought me into it.
Yep. Okay.
I don't know, John. When I saw John Lithgow put on that bitch ass rear naked choke, and then the girl go, no, oh no, I'm like, bitch, bite him on his fucking arm. He'll let go. That's not even a cinched up rear naked. It just hurts a little bit. Move on.
Okay, well,
we could, everybody's different.
Agree to disagree on the validity of the fictional murder show Dexter season 4 on whether it is or is not the greatest season.
Yeah.
Because
kids don't cut up your classmates.
Well, okay. Let's bring it back down to earth. Kids don't cut up your classmates to all hail Satan. It's dumb. It's dumb. The detectives. There's more, Mike. Dear
Fuck
God.
You really?
Yeah. The detective said the girls devised the plot while watching quote unquote scary movies at one of their houses over the previous weekend.
Oh, so it wasn't even like a long plan. It was just sort of like a
hey. Let's murder some bitches.
Let's go to Dunkin's and get some coffee in a cooler. Oh, they changed their name to Dunkin from Dunkin Donuts to just Dunkin's. I'm so angry. I want to kill everyone in my class and drink their blood.
Oh my God, it's even worse. Wait till you hear what their murder weapons were.
Fuck. I'm so ready. I am.
This is so good. The administrators found them in a bathroom stall and brought them back to their offices, where they found the girls in possession of 4 knives. Okay. A pizza cutter.
Cool.
And a knife sharpener. What the fuck are you gonna do with a pizza cutter?
I mean,
oh man.
I mean, you can get a good hard fast roll. You might be able to cut somebody up with a, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe a good strong whack. Because I don't know about you, but my pizza cutter, it's not sharp.
Oh, pizza cutter is. A pizzeria's pizza cutter isn't even sharp.
Yeah, that's true.
That thing just kind of mashes it. That's all they really do.
No one was harmed. That's the end story of this. ABC 7 reports. Jesus Christ.
No one was harmed. There was a bunch of parents that was like, really? That's where my pizza cutter went? Bitch, I made DiGiorno's yesterday, and I was looking for it. I had to use a butter knife like a Neanderthal. A pizza cutter.
Yep.
How did you think that was gonna work?
Man, they must have thought it was like the saw, like the bone saw or some shit. That's my guess.
No.
That's my only guess I got on that one.
No. I dig that. I see what you mean. Yeah, or like a rotary saw.
Yeah.
They might have thought it was yeah.
That's
if it could cut pizza, it could cut a human neck.
Yes, that is exactly what they thought. They thought it just like that, Mike. That's exactly what they thought. All right, man. Which topic do you want to move on to next?
We can go entertainment if you want, man.
Okay, cool. Well, I've got a rant. So, are you a Simpsons guy, or at least the early years of the Simpsons, Mike?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, cool. So, did you know that the Simpsons is going to completely drop the character of Apu going forward?
Yes, I did actually know that. Yes.
Does this make you fucking mad?
I can see that. Yeah, I mean, he's a beloved character.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit. So here's why it's bullshit. So first of all, he's being dropped for 2 reasons. One, there was some episode last year that was super controversial that involved him. I did not see that episode. I don't know how offensive or not offensive it was to Indian people. I don't know. 2, he's also being dropped because they don't have an actor that's Indian playing the character. Now, I can understand something being offensive. Sure. Fine. Okay.
Sure.
You don't need to this isn't a dude raped a bunch of people kind of scenario here. This isn't a dude made like a shit ton of Twitter kid rapist jokes, and got fired and then ended up fucking getting hired by WB to direct and write Suicide Squad 2. This is not that kind of thing. This is a show that's been running for 35 years? Let that sink in a little, because there's no other show that's run that long in human history. Period. None.
I'll wait.
A character that the very principle of The Simpsons is that it came from a fucking, like a late night show where they had some animated bits. The fucking Tracy Ullman show.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's where that shit came from. And then they spun it out. That's right. Simpsons is a fucking spin out from little bits that they did on that in the fucking early 80s.
Yes, indeed.
And it's a family show that looks at life satirically. Does nobody know what a fucking satire is anymore? It's where it pokes fun at our own reality, and it pokes fun. And after 35 years, they've probably poked fun at just about every fucking thing known to man. Let's be honest. Because those writers got to find jokes somehow, right?
Yeah.
And so they're excising this character who's the stereotypical, Apu, welcome to my store, thank you, come again. With the typical cadence of, what you hear Indian people who have come to America in. And yes, the origins of this character are very early on in, I think, season 1, or maybe even in the Tracy Ullman shorts, I'm not sure. And that's the way the character's been for 35 years.
Mm-hmm.
But all of a sudden, 2 groups get together and cause a kerfuffle over some shit, over something that's been so long running that it's like, so fucking what? Who fucking cares? Like, it's so dumb. It's so dumb to me because it's like if some people got a joke that Robin Williams said in some special that he did in the fucking 90s, removed from all the specials going forward. It is the height of fucking stupid and asinine retardedness of this fucking hypersensitive bullshit that's going on in this culture right now. It's ridiculous. It's a fucking cartoon. And by the way, the fact that he's not voiced by an Indian dude, the whole fucking Simpsons is voiced by 8 fucking people and has been for 35 fucking years. Yeah. Do you know why?
It's really 9. It's 7 people for real. Let's just be honest.
Yeah. With fucking guest stars. It's been the same fucking people for over, fucking multiple decades.
Hmm.
And and they didn't do that. They didn't, fucking cast a non-Indian to play an Indian character satirically. They weren't trying to fucking offend anybody with that. You know what they were trying to do? They were trying to make an animated show on a fucking budget.
Yeah.
And guess what? All animated shows have fucking small casts with people who can do multiple roles. Because that's how you fucking do animation, and how animation has always been done, with the exception of the big budget movies. You know what I mean? Because it's cheaper, it's multi-talented kind of way, and you get this shit about people playing, you find out, you take the mask off of somebody and it's oh, it's not an Indian person playing this Indian character after I take the mask off. That's so dumb. Who cares as long as it's being acted correctly? A good example of this was so Uncharted 4 had a voice actress who was white, and she was playing a black African woman. Like African speaking, like that kind of accent.
Speaking Afrikaans.
And she was the bad guy too.
Yeah.
And then everybody was like, "Oh, fucking white power putting down the fucking like black people." And I was like, "Dude, no, that's not what it was. It was fucking the game took place in Africa, and they needed an actress who could motion capture and perform an accent that they could reliably hire to do the work. Like it's not a commentary on fucking skin color. Like, okay, sure, maybe you could put that back and be like, all right, well, the writer didn't have to make that person, an African woman.
Sure.
Fine. Except for the fact that it had already been established that way in the third fucking video game, and then they just kind of brought that shit forward to 4. So it's like, it's ridiculous, Mike. It's fucking ridiculous.
Dude, listen, I guess with the offended culture that we have, like I called Pete an attention whore the other night on a walk.
Yeah.
And a lady outside with her dog was like, "You shouldn't call your dog that." I'm like, "It's a fucking dog, lady. I bought him."
Yeah, right? This isn't like, it's not like the slaves of old. Guess what?
No.
It's an animal. It is in this current culture, it's fucking property.
He's my pet.
Yeah.
He's my companion. Sure, he's my dog. He's my dog meat, a man and his dog, a beast and a beast. That's how I refer to him as.
Yeah.
But in the long run, I still paid money for him. So shut the fuck up and stay in your lane, bitch.
Yeah.
That was actually Jess's response to her, which made me laugh. The fact that she said "shut the fuck up and stay in your lane, bitch" to her. I'm like, you start. Don't get mad at her. You started it. Like I looked at the lady when she said something. I was like, oh no, because Jess is that type of girl. Like if you say something to me wrong,
yeah,
you're gonna have a bad day. She's gonna let you know about yourself.
Mm. Well, so bringing it back down to things that are good in entertainment. So there is a brand new. Get this. There's a brand new animated Star Trek comedy show coming to CBS All Access from Rick and Morty writer-producer Mike McCann.
I'm so excited for this. I cannot explain to you.
It's called Star Trek Lower Decks and is about a support crew on one of Starfleet's least important ships.
I can't tell you how excited I am right now for this.
Fuck yes.
Like, I've always wondered, like, what do the red shirts think when they're like, all right, cool, we're going down. Like, no. I'm going to die and you're going to be okay. Fuck you, Kirk. Because it's everybody knows that joke, right? That if you're a red shirt on
Oh yeah.
You're dead. You're dead.
I've got a little fucking gift that I've been sending to people lately where it's a red shirt and he's walking out of a life insurance policy office because he's been denied.
Yeah.
Okay, so get this. So, Aaron Bayers, who's a producer on Star Trek Discovery, said of Mike won our hearts with his first sentence. I want to do a show about the people who put the yellow cartridge in the food replicator so a banana can come out the other end. His cat's name is Riker. His son's name is Sagan. The man is committed. He's brilliantly funny and knows every inch of every Trek episode, and that's his secret sauce. He writes with the pure, joyful heart of a true fan as we broaden the world of Trek to fans of all ages. So we're excited to include Mike's extraordinary voice. So that seems fucking awesome. And it's already been picked up for 2 seasons. At that. So it got a 2-season order.
I mean, if you're the writer of Rick and Morty, which we can all argue as one of the best adult cartoons ever.
Yes. At the very least of this generation.
Yeah, you're gonna get it.
Yeah. Sweet.
Hands down.
Yeah. Cool.
I will be watching that.
So the guy who plays Crossbones in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, who I think blew up in Civil War.
Okay.
So that actor has been, I mean, I'm just gonna be honest, he's been ballsy as fuck on Twitter. He's been saying some things. I'm looking up the actor's name right now so I can get it correctly here. Fucking Civil War, so many actors. Frank Grillo, who plays Brock Rumlow, aka Crossbones. So Frank Grillo has been saying on Twitter and interviews all kinds of shit about Avengers 4. And not like bad shit, but like I guess he was cast in it, and he's like, yeah, I'm in a flashback scene, says playing Crossbones for the last time. It's like, oh yeah, no, I was on set with the Ancient One from Doctor Strange. Oh yeah, Dormammu was there too. And people are like, are you not worried at all about Marvel snipers, as it were? And he's like, look, I'm a lot older than I look. I don't give a fuck about what Marvel says I can or can't do. This is probably the last time I'm playing Crossbones anyway. I was like, this guy. So yeah, so I guess Dormammu and the Ancient One, and he's playing Crossbones again in Avengers 4.
He is one of my favorite watches on Netflix. He has a show called Fight Story. Like he learns about fighting styles.
Oh, like a reality show?
Yeah, like he goes to
cool.
Thailand and learns how to Muay Thai kickbox.
Oh, that sounds amazing, actually.
Yeah.
Huh. Oh, look at this. So, the mini biography on his IMDb, he's the oldest of 3 children. Frank Grillo was born in New York City to an Italian-American family. He grew up in upstate New York and got his first taste of acting in high school, where he was in many plays. Frank was also a gifted athlete, and his dream was to play sports professionally. Frank graduated from New York University with a business degree. Checked it out. He's born 1965. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, he's looking good then. Well, there you go. There's some stuff in that shit there. Okay. So I gotta nut up, and I gotta swallow all of the crow and shit. Fork fam. Because this has been a long time coming. Over a year, it's been coming. My boy Mike List. I have to issue an official apology and retraction for all of the horrible shit that I've said about Castlevania on Netflix season 1. Mike, you were right. I was so utterly wrong. And so to give you some perspective, folks, season 2 of Castlevania just hit Netflix just the day before we're recording this. And I think me and Mike made a bet or something. I don't even remember what the lose state was in the bet necessarily. Like if I
honestly don't think either. I don't
remember either. It's not important.
No.
But the bet was, at least the first part of the bet was I was to rewatch season 1 and the first episode of season 2 of Castlevania to give it another shot.
Yeah, okay.
Because I've been super critical of it, saying that it made no sense and like it was like bad writing and stuff. Not that the acting or the animation or the music or anything like that was bad. It just didn't hit my Castlevania heart, as it were. I watched season 1 this morning, actually, before the show. Because I was like, what do you want to watch, girlfriend? And she was like, I don't know. And I was like, well, season 2 of Castlevania's out. Oh, actually, no, here's what actually went down. So I was on Twitter, and I was looking at just Twitter stuff. And the producer, Andrei Shakar, who's the guy who got the Power Rangers movie made, the more recent one, he said he had like a big loss in his life. And he bought a pug, and he loves pug dogs now, apparently. And he put a zombie pug in Castlevania season 2, and it's like all cute and shit. Like it's got its eyeball hanging out, and it's got blue glowing eye. It's fucking Dracula's fucking pet dog. Look at this shit. Dead fucking pug. But anyway, there's like pictures floating around online and whatnot. And I showed it to Jessica and she was like, ooh, pug, because she's all about pugs. I think we've talked about this on the show. I don't care for them as creatures that I would ever want to own as a pet at all. And then she's like, ooh, pug, what's this? And I was like, oh, it's on Castlevania Season 2. And she's like, so we're watching it so I can see the pug, right? And I was like, okay. And so we watched Season 1. I literally just finished it like an hour or two ago. And I honestly have to say, like, I remembered episode 1. I remembered the finale. But the middle 2 episodes, I literally do not remember watching. And my best guess is I either fell asleep to them or I fell asleep to them while drinking. Probably a bit of both is what happened. Because those episodes are actually pretty good. And they like add to the world and like make you care about the characters. So I was utterly wrong about Castlevania Season 1 on Netflix. I'm a terrible person, and I'm sorry, Castlevania fandom, of which I definitely include myself a part of because I love Castlevania. I'm sorry.
Sorry, buddy.
I was wrong. And I move it from probably something terrible that I gave it like a 4 or 5 to I'll say like a 7.5 or an 8. First season was solid.
Yeah, that's acceptable. I can.
And then moving on to Season 2, Castlevania. First episode was real cool. A lot of new characters. Got a lot of cool actors playing stuff. Peter Stormage is in it now. That's cool. Very, very at home in the Transylvanian atmosphere. So that's cool. And Season 2 so far is good. Yeah, it's real good. So yeah, I'm sorry, Mike.
No problem, man.
Yeah,
I appreciate your testicular fortitude for keeping your word as you have.
Yeah, I mean, yes, you know, but it's also like it's kind of an easy thing to keep too, because like Season 1 is basically an hour and a half. You know, because it's season 1 is only 4 episodes. It's real short.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't. Yeah, I just don't know, man. I must have fallen asleep or was drunk or maybe playing like a video game also while I was watching it or something. Because I literally kept saying this to Jess every couple of minutes through episode 3 or 2 and 3. I was like, I literally do not remember any of this shit. Nope, don't remember this. Oh fuck, I would have remembered when he fucking fought the fucking
the town of demons.
The town of demons, and he like broke out the fucking part of the spear from the sword and used it as the whiplash thing from the video games. And I was like, I would remember that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't, and I didn't.
I think he went in there. I think he went in thinking this wasn't going to be good.
I messed up, man. And I mean, and let's be honest, the first episode is still like slow. You know, because it doesn't show your lead character until like the last few minutes in a bar fight. You know, like because it's all about Dracula and how he loses his girl and he fucking curses the town and all that shit.
That was a dope scene though.
Oh yeah, but it's still setup. Like it was a setup.
Yeah, it's all exposition.
Yeah, and then you like get to know fucking Trevor Belmont and all that jazz. Much better. Let's see. Entertainment.
Have you started? Are you a fan of Riverdale?
Did you talk about Sabrina?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I started it last night.
Okay. What did you think about it?
Are you a fan of Riverdale?
I'm not a fan of Riverdale. I am a fan of Sabrina.
Okay, yeah. I've seen the first episode. And only the first episode. Okay. Have you seen more than the first episode?
No, I've only seen the first episode.
Okay. Why don't you give me your thoughts first, since I've been talking about Castlevania?
I went in because I know Riverdale is very like teen-ish.
It's a fucking teenager Twin Peaks, is what it is.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's 100% what Riverdale is, and that's really the best way to describe it.
A good way to put it. I was surprised on how graphically violent it got super fast.
Oh, Sabrina? Yeah.
Yeah, it got super fast. The fact that the dark baptism took place on Thanksgiving, on Halloween, was a little on the nose. You know what I mean? But it's okay. I'll watch it again. I'll keep watching it.
Yeah, I'm not. So here's where I'm at on it. I dig the lead actress, but I also love Mad Men. So, like, I literally grew up watching her from a baby to now a young teenager adult. So like when they said she was Sabrina, I was like, oh yeah, I see it. And she's got chops because she was on fucking Mad Men. So I dig that. I like the Riverdale aesthetic that they have, and I know you've never seen Riverdale, but like the colors of the show are the same, where it's like it's kind of drab, but like all of like the blues and the reds and the yellows are like popping.
Yeah.
Like kind of like a neon sign kind of thing. Like I like that look for the show, and I'm not surprised by that because it's made by literally the same exact production team and writers of Riverdale. And I think they even shoot in the same fucking location. So that's not, I knew this because it was originally going to be a CW show. And then I guess something broke down in the CW negotiations, and then Netflix got it somehow. But either way, it's a good thing because they can go super fucking gory and violent.
Yeah, it did.
Oh yeah.
And that bitch, when that crazy, I call her the forest bitch, throws the scissors, I was like, oh Jesus, holy shit, man! Like, I was like, okay, cool. That was like, I just thought it would be like, a weird. I didn't think it would be that violent. You know what I mean? Like yeah. I'm gonna tear your neck out.
Oh yeah, yeah. Or I didn't even think that the Scarecrow was going to be that intense, actually. So, I watched the '90s Sabrina the Teenage Witch movie and TV show. Did you watch that?
I did not.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, okay.
No, Jess did though.
Okay.
And that's what she was against it. She doesn't like it.
Yeah, I can see that. Because the '90s show, it was a fucking sitcom. No ifs, ands, or buts. It was a sitcom with magic. That's what it was. And it was lighthearted and it was fun. And like most kids growing up on that show, I totally had a fucking hard on for Melissa Joan Hart because she was smoking back in the day.
Yeah, true. I'll give you that.
Chilling Adventures of Sabrina is a horror drama. Not at all a sitcom. And only a few bits were funny. So I guess my thoughts on the show, having only seen an episode, was I thought the first episode was a little slow.
Okay.
And that's definitely a knock against it, considering the first episode's an hour and a half. And the story picks up, obviously, after she's figured out how to do some magic shit. Like, she's about to go learn more, but, like, she's got, she's already got powers.
Yeah.
Like, it picks up midway into the tale, as it were. Which is fine for, like, making a plot go, but they took their sweet-ass fucking time in the pilot.
Huh.
I like who's playing Zelda. Like, I think she's cool. I like who's playing Hilda. And I actually had to do a double take on who was playing Aunt Hilda because I was like, wait a minute, why does this bitch sound familiar? I was like, oh, it's the British assistant chick from Wonder Woman, the Wonder Woman movie. And I was like, oh yeah. And I guess she was a lead character in the original Office, the English version.
That's where she looks familiar. Okay.
Yeah. So I think the casting is fine. I think the darkness is great. I think how she gets her familiar is cool.
Yeah.
I think the world is neat looking. I just thought it was a little slow, and I was kind of waiting for it to like get going. And I don't know if I'm going to get it from the whole series, but I feel like there needs to be a little more humor in it. Because they could do really good dark humor in this show.
Yeah.
And I've seen some of it in the trailers, so like I know it's there, but I'm hoping that it's not just those scenes from the trailer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
sort of like how Teen Wolf was. Teen Wolf was dark, but it also had some humor.
yeah, but Teen Wolf had humor from the get-go. Like, it had its humor identity. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not saying that Sabrina doesn't have an identity. I'm just saying that it is the first episode, on first taste, first cut, drinking of the blood, as it were. It's a little dry in the mouth. Because like I watched it with my Jessica, and I was like, "Oh, what'd you think?" And she's like, "I thought it was kind of slow." And then I was like, "Yeah, I agree." And then she's like, "Yeah, an hour-long show shouldn't be that slow." And I was like, "Babe, the pilot was an hour and a half." And she was like, "Fuck," then it was super slow.
Yeah.
So, but I have faith that it's gonna gel together sooner rather than later. Because I've been reading some reviews, and people are giving it like fucking 9s. Like
Yeah.
9 out of 10s, like the whole series. And I'm just like, damn. And like more than one source. So I'm like, okay. So at the very least, it scratches that horror itch.
Yeah. Are you a fan of American Horror Story?
You know, I've never seen it.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you a horror fan?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you should watch it. It's on Netflix.
Dude, I'm doing my haunted house crawl after we finish this recording.
Yeah, yeah.
We're going to
it.
4 haunted houses this year. And one of them's in the middle of the country. Like, we're going to drive an hour and a half to go out to a barn. Get chased by a dude with a chainsaw.
Fuck that.
Whatever. But, yeah. So, yeah, I'm a horror fan.
Definitely check out American Horror Story then.
Okay.
Like,
isn't American Horror Story, isn't that an anthology show?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the seasons are all vaguely connected.
Okay.
It's not like, you're not going to see. You might see similar the same character, because I mean, the first one takes place in like the 2010, something like that, and then the next one is in the past, and then in the past, like they jump around a lot, but it's a very interesting. It's a good series. Like the first season is the horror house. It's like a scary, haunted house type of situation.
I mean, is it always the same actors?
It's mostly the same actors. They just play different things.
Oh, okay, I see.
Like they don't play the same character. They don't play the same characters, but you'll see repeat characters, aged, younger or older.
Huh.
It's very interesting. Like I liked it.
Cool. I got you. Yeah. So watching Castlevania. Oh, I can't remember if I talked about this last week, but I started watching Full Metal Alchemist.
Okay.
At Jessica's request. It's
all
right.
It's a good one.
It's all right.
It's a good one.
I'm down with it so far. This is not terrible. Feels very 90s anime to me, which is not a knock necessarily.
No, I can give you that.
Like good 90s anime, I guess.
Yeah. I will say, if you do like Full Metal Alchemist, you would probably like, you like the adventure. I guess would be the best way to put it. The adventure manga or anime. And check out Yu Yu Hakusho. It's an older one, obviously.
Okay.
But I mean, it's one of the ones I enjoy it.
Okay.
It's my favorite. Actually, technically, it's my favorite. It's my favorite anime. Is Yu Yu Hakusho.
What's it about?
I'm not gonna lie. The first 6 episodes are a little rough.
Oof.
It's a little slow. You can totally skip it and not miss anything. A young kid. He's kind of like the tough around school. He dies and becomes what's called a spirit detective. Basically, like a Dresden type of situation.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
And he has to jump into his powers and all that. He gets a team, and it's really, really good.
Well, fair enough. I'm trying to think of anything else. See any movies recently? I don't think so. Yeah, I think that's about it for entertainment. Oh, I guess breaking news that happened last night. So the Boba Fett solo one-off movie is definitely officially dead.
Oh, okay.
Which, in my opinion, is no loss.
Nope.
No loss whatsoever.
You struck gold with Solo. Don't push it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're in the minority of that opinion, Mike.
What? That Solo wasn't good. The Solo was good.
Yeah.
No.
Oh no, dude. No, we're in the minority on that. Trust me.
Are we really?
Oh yeah. Like go ask like 10 Star Wars people, and they'll tell you your Jar Jar Binks crazy.
I wouldn't say I'm Jar Jar Binks crazy.
I'm just saying. I'm saying that's what they'll say about us.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, they can go fuck themselves.
I mean, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, they've said that they are refocusing their Star Wars efforts for the Mandalore TV show with Jon Favreau next year, and then of course, episode 9. Yeah, episode 9, and then whatever the new trilogy is beyond that they're developing.
Yeah.
So they've refocused into working on only that. So they've like axed all of their solo films. No pun or misnomer intended. The story films, the Star Wars story films, they've axed them all.
Yeah, they're gone.
Yeah, because they had a couple in development. They had a Boba Fett one in development. They had potentially a Obi-Wan one in development, which is definitely kind of sad.
Yeah, the Obi-Wan.
Yeah, they had a couple of them. I mean, because let's be honest, who would not want to see an origin story of Yoda?
Yeah.
You know? Because it's never been done, to my knowledge.
No. We've only seen him fight once.
Yeah.
That was against Dooku.
Yeah. Well, no, he fought again in Revenge of the Sith against Palpatine.
Did he fight?
Yeah, they fought in the fucking Senate room, and Palpatine threw fucking Senate chairs at him, and then Yoda was gonna slice him, and then he got hit force lightninged, and he had to grab it because he knew that it would shock his lightsaber, and then he dropped his lightsaber down the thing. And then he got hit in the fucking face, and he had to scurry away. Because he's a little tiny dude.
Yeah.
So.
Real agile, though.
I guess. I mean, whatever. Anyways.
Yeah, all right, he's tiny.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure, something like that. Anyways, so tech or video games?
Let's go tech. Something I know, I don't really follow.
Okay, what do we got for tech this week? Okay, so this is hilarious.
Oh boy.
So there's this famous Russian celebrity, like YouTuber guy, I guess, and he's the brand ambassador for Samsung. So he's contractually obligated to use Samsung products and stuff whenever he's out in public or being filmed. And and so he did a live interview on some Russian news network. And while talking about Samsung, as opposed to pulling out a Samsung phone, he pulls out an iPhone 10.
Oh.
And now he's getting sued by Samsung for $1.6 million.
Yeah.
For breach of contract.
That's what happens when you don't read your contracts.
That too, but that's just fucking hilarious. I saw this, and I have to say, you dumb fucking fucks. So apparently, they have remade in real life an actual real ship, like remade.
Oh, the Titanic?
Yeah, Titanic 2.
Yeah.
It's a real fucking thing, and it's set to set sail in 2022.
Set to fail in 2022? Because that's what's going to happen.
Yeah. So it's being made by Australian businessman and politician Clive Palmer and Blue Star Line and some company called Mineralogy and a Chinese government-owned company called CITIC Limited. And it's a complete life-size working copy of the 1912 Titanic.
The ship that sunk, right?
Yeah. It's going to be diesel-powered.
Uh-huh.
Which I believe is an upgrade. And the first ship's voyage will go from... Oh, it's going to do the original Titanic route. Jesus fucking Christ!
You're literally sticking your dick in things that you're like, all right, cool. The chick was really sexy, but I think she might have had something. And all right, cool. I didn't get anything. And the next thing you know, it's like, she calls you again. She's like, hey, why don't you come over and see me? And you're like, I can risk it. That's what you're doing. You're literally going, hey, Fate. Hey, you sexy motherfucker. And then Fate's going to go, oh, yeah?
Jesus
I'm going to
Christ.
get that ass now. I got it before. It's literally like, it's like every horror movie that's a sequel. I'm like, why would you go back? A bunch of people died. Why would you go back?
I know. It's and it's like, well, we had a real bad time printing this book, but we decided to put it into reprint. Oh yeah, what's the name of the book called? Oh, Necronomicon 2.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I had a really hard time getting this book to sell that I have to sell. What's it called? Mein Kampf? Oh, yeah, probably not going to happen.
So it's going to be put into service in the original port in Southampton, New York.
Literally asking for fate to kick it right in the nuts.
To do its original route from New York across the Atlantic, where then it will, I guess, somehow depart to Dubai.
Really? Because I bet it won't even make it to the fucking, to its first port. Insane, dude.
So here's the official statement from the company. Blue Star Line will create an authentic Titanic experience, providing passengers with a ship that has the same interiors and cabin layout as the original vessel, while integrating modern safety procedures, navigation methods, and 21st century technology to produce the highest level of luxurious comfort. Well, I guess we're gonna get some more Titanic movies.
For a fun little bit, there's going to be no hot water, only ice cold water to get everyone used to what's about to befall them.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts.
What the fuck, man? Why?
I don't know, man.
I don't get it.
I literally do not know.
It's literally tempting fate. That's literally tempting fate. Like it's like going, yeah, we didn't learn the first time.
Yeah, that's true. So we kind of missed talking about this last week, but Google had their Google Pixel event, and they announced their Google Pixel phone, which a buddy of mine actually got, and then promptly... So he's been an Android man for the last couple of years now. He got a Google Pixel 3, and he promptly turned around sold it, and got an iPhone XS.
Yeah, that's about right.
So here's the thing. So Google Pixel 3 is apparently a great Android phone with a fantastic camera that is apparently still the best this year, even over the iPhones or whatever Samsung or HTC's got with their single lens camera for some reason. However, this is my favorite part ever. There's a software glitch in the Google Pixel 3. So when you take your picture, it doesn't actually save it.
What does it do?
Well, what do you think it does?
It just deletes it?
Yep.
So what's the point of having a good camera?
Oh, well, you gotta wait for the software update that comes out next week.
Or, hear me out, go get a phone that the camera is not the best, but it's still fantastic.
That's the best thing I've ever heard. And everybody knows that I'm an Apple fanboy, but I like technology in general, and I don't hate Google and their attempts to make phones or anything. But if it's your flagship phone, maybe could it have killed you to work on it another week? Like,
Yeah.
What the fuck? How does that even get out of product testing? How?
How did that get past QA?
Yeah, right. That's the real question. That is the most ludicrous bug I've ever heard of. That's like, oh yeah. No. It doesn't take phone calls. You gotta we gotta wait for the patch for that.
Yeah, no.
Like that's
what does it do? It can text.
That's the dumbest thing. Oh my god. It is literally oh my gosh. It's so Google's had a rough fucking year.
Yeah.
Rough fucking year for Google. Which is hilarious because they actually they announced a home clock manage your smart devices thing.
Yeah.
And they took a pot shot, like a direct pot shot to the Amazon Echo Spot, which is like this round thing that it's like a fancy clock, but it also is like a home hub.
Uh-huh.
And it's funny because like I was thinking about getting one because I don't know, I feel like I need a clock, and if I'm gonna get a clock, I might as well get like a baller clock or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I decided against it for other reasons, but Google did a direct jab because they're like, because a lot of reasons, like people are scared of the Amazon clock because it's got a camera in it, like in the front, so like it could like watch you potentially while you sleep, which is your favorite thing. Yeah,
you just lost me.
Yeah.
Guess you just lost the clock, bud.
Yeah, and then Google, when they announced theirs, they're like, yeah, and we decided not to include a camera on the front for your personal privacy. And it was like, damn, shots fired.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Then they also announced a new tablet to attempt to compete with the Microsoft Surface.
Huh?
But I don't remember any of the details about the tablet, so it probably wasn't that exciting. Sorry, Google fans. Look, if you know more about Google and Android than I do, please feel free to come on the show and talk to us about it.
and if you do, holy shit.
Yeah, so let me know how that camera shuttering is not working.
Yeah, it just doesn't. What do I do with the picture? Man, we just look at it right now.
Yeah.
It doesn't save? Nah. Like, terrible, dude.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But another news, something real cool, and I gotta give the win to Samsung on this one. Actually, believe it or not, Samsung has announced a brand new screen technology. It's essentially like their screen technology today, except it's got 4 new functions embedded into it. I'm not going to bore you with all of the ultra nerdy words, but essentially, they've figured out how to make a screen that can eliminate the notch that's now in a lot of cameras. It's in the Google Pixel. It's in my iPhone that I'm holding right in my hand right now. They figured out a way where the cameras and the speaker and stuff can be embedded behind the screen, so you can finally have like a phone that is 100% the front of the face is all screen.
Oh, that's kind of dope.
Yeah. But check this out. It also does some other things. It has what they're calling a Samsung finger on display sensor, which uses ultrasonic pulses to create a 3D map of your finger anywhere on the screen. So the whole screen is basically like the Touch ID or the fingerprint scanner. And it uses those pulses in a different way because like right now they use bioelectricity to tell where your finger is on the screen, and that's the input method. So this throws that away and is now using subsonic pulses between the screen and the glass to determine where you're moving.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. But check this out. Because it uses subsonic pulses, it is apparently able to do localized region haptic vibration, which means it can vibrate specifically under your fingers when you touch them. So any single point of the screen can have like a vibration that you can feel. And they can tune that so you can feel things like, like the bumps on like something that's like rigid or something like that. So you could get different sensations as you're touching the phone.
So in theory, a blind person could get like a braille dent, I don't want to say Morse code.
Yeah, it doesn't say that in what I'm reading here, but in potential theory, if it's that...
Yeah, if it's that precise, then
potentially, yeah, for sure. And then, the other thing is the screen itself is a bit different, so cameras can actually look through it. Because I don't know if you knew this, Mike, but if you were to like break apart like your TV or something, and there's basically a thin piece of metal that acts like a mirror, and the actual, like the pixels and stuff, they're actually see-through, like if you were to hold it up without the backing. So I guess they've got cameras that can see through those pixels now, or ignore them or something. So cameras can be underneath the screen where you'd need like your, like your face scanner or your retina scanner or your fucking, when you want to chat with your girlfriend, so that can see through the screen now, apparently, because the screen technology is different.
Oh.
And that's not all, Mike.
Oh, boy.
Because a wise man might wonder, well, okay, fine. You solved cameras being able to see the screen. What about the notch at the top that has to be there to allow sound to get out? So you can, use it as a fucking phone. Well, we've actually had this technology for a while in high-end TVs, but it's been not very good. But because it uses a lot of subsonics, it can actually vibrate the whole fucking front screen, and the whole fucking front screen is the speaker. And I guess, according to Samsung, they've figured out how to make it so it doesn't sound like shit. So yeah.
Oh, that is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's super cool. And it's a huge technological leap. Because it throws away, like the notch that's on my phone right now. Like and I don't mind the notch necessarily. And of course I'm used to it after a year or so of use, but it's like, it's definitely there, and I can see that there's cameras there. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what other tech companies do, or if Samsung will just straight like license it out to people.
Yeah.
Because that could go either way. Samsung could hold it for themselves, or they could be like, hey, everybody wants our shit. Here it is. But Samsung was so excited about it, they already had a press conference for it in Korea. Because they're like, hey, look at our big dick. Fuck you, Google and Apple.
Hey, you guys want to see a big dick? I got one for
that's
you.
literally what they were about. But yeah, they're saying it's going to be in all of their flagship phones next year. And then other phones TBD. But I thought it was real cool because it's like, oh, well, that's cool.
That was cool.
Yeah, because to me it sounds like, even though it's totally different technology, it's like, I mean, because your girlfriend has a Switch, like the different vibrations, and you can feel the different vibrations in those controllers, right? Like that's really cool to have on your phone.
Like the locate.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or like
a hard shake when something is heavy nearby.
Yeah. Well, it also feels, I don't know if you've ever played any shooters on the Switch, but it feels real fucking good on a shooter. Like it feels more like how it should in real life.
Yeah.
So that's a thing. Yeah. So I think that's all I got for technology. I know you have one bit of technology because you are rocking some AirPods now.
Yeah. I got a pair of AirPods.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like them.
Yeah, like, not love.
I mean, I had a little bit of a pairing issue recently.
Oh, what happened?
One just didn't want to sync.
Oh, that sucks.
It was, it's not a big deal. It's not like, oh, I'm returning these because I got them for free.
Yeah.
But it was enough for me to go, what the fuck, you're Apple. Like it wasn't like a big hub, a big hubbubaloo to fix it. It was literally turn them off, unsync the phone, delete it off. Take the connection from the Bluetooth off.
Oh, wait. Sorry to interrupt. You said turn it off, and it's a thing I didn't post to the Discord because it was so quick. I have to bring up this other bit of technology regarding how the astronauts at the International Space Station fixed the gyroscope on the Hubble telescope.
They just turn it off?
Yeah. So this giant mission, it took like 6 months to plan to get them into position so that they could repair this fucking thing. Right? The Hubble telescope floating around in space, around Earth right now.
Uh-huh.
They fixed their gyroscope by turning it on and turning it off again.
Oh. So power cycling? Is that what we do?
That's what they did. Huh. But it worked, so,
Yeah, right.
Sorry, I thought that was the fucking funniest thing ever. Because it's like, that is a lot of fucking work just to turn something on and off again. You know what I mean? So good. Sorry, carry on.
Turn it back on.
Yeah. Carry on.
Yeah, you were right. They're great. Not good to sleep in.
Yeah, no, I got a little strap, so I don't lose them in my bedding.
Yeah, and that's easy to do because I woke up was like, where the fuck's my shit?
Yeah, right. You can ping them,
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a little thing, and if assuming they still have battery, they'll like emit a little beep 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 beep.
Oh, that's cool. I did not know that.
Yeah, I can't remember. I can't remember where the feature is, but I think it's like in settings or something.
Okay. Yeah, it's not that big a deal. It was an easy, like I said, it was an easy fix. It was an easy find. Because I mean, it's not hard to find sheets really.
Mm-hmm.
I got them. It was fine. Yeah, they're battery life is as to be expected for a completely wireless
fucking thing.
Yeah, I mean about 3 hours, 2.5 hours is what I've noticed. That's in the freezer at least. And we all know cold and electronics don't go well together.
Well, your kind of cold doesn't go well with electronics.
Yeah, extreme
but,
cold.
General cold is pretty okay.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
But yeah, they were good. They felt they fit so good in your ear. Like just I can't say anything bad about them.
Yeah, they're great. I totally forgot another life thing that's also a technology thing.
Okay.
I can't believe I forgot about this because it's been pissing me and Jessica off for like a week and a half. So it turns out somebody hacked into my AT&T account, and I've been paying for an iPhone 10 that I did not buy since last December.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yep.
And I know Jessica. And I mean, she has a temper on her.
Yeah, it was not good. We're gonna fucking file a police report and shit. And
well, do you know where it is?
No, but thanks to the good folks at the AT&T fraud department, they were like, in like fucking 15 minutes, they're like, oh yeah, no, your shit got hacked. Nope, we got the evidence. No, you're good. We'll clear all the charges. And I was like, oh shit, that fast, huh? And he's like, yeah. So the suspected leak though was, and this goes out to all people with cell phones, really. Was somebody was calling in, and somebody was picking up, probably like my mom or my dad or something who doesn't know anything about this kind of shit. And it was saying like, oh, your account's been breached into, continue service. We need you to verify your identity. What's your zip code? What's your last couple digits of the credit card? And over a period of time, this is what the fraud department guy told me. Over a period of time, they're like, yeah, that's enough. And then eventually you get enough, and then they break in, because it shows me on my screen in my investigation that they purchased the phone online using your credentials. And yeah, so I was like, oh, well, that's fucking awesome.
Well, at least they were nice enough to pay for it, to pay for the service too. So
I know, but I've been paying for it since December.
Yeah, that's
So that's like
shitty, dude.
$842 I could have fucking had in my pocket.
Yeah. You didn't notice it?
Well, so here's the deal. So I got my iPhone 10 last summer in September, and I ordered it online because, of course, it was popular. And I didn't get it until November. And so, it doesn't appear on your AT&T bill until you've got it, right? And so the first time I started seeing it charged was in December, which was when this phone, and I got a white iPhone 10, and the one that was charged was a space gray. And so in the bill, it just shows up as iPhone 10. And I just thought it was, the same iPhone 10, like a activation charge or some shit. Because what carrier do you have?
We have AT&T.
Yeah, you've seen your bill. It's confusing as shit looking, right?
Yeah. You need a goddamn degree.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta go down to the store, and then they gotta look at it, and then they don't know what they're looking at, so they gotta get the fucking store manager to be like, oh yeah, this thing, and then this thing, and then this thing. Yeah.
So what does this mean? I don't know, man.
Exactly. Yeah. And it wasn't until we looked at this shit and we're like, wait a minute, I don't have an iPhone 10 Space Gray. Neither does anybody here on my account. What the fuck? Yeah, it was totally wacky. Totally wacky. Like somebody used the account and they used my mom's cell phone's upgrade to get it. Yeah. And they didn't assign it to her number. They just used her upgrade and then bounced once they had the phone. So
that is shitty, dude.
I know. So bad.
Oh, god damn, man.
I know. It was just the worst. So, yeah. So that happened. Well, alrighty. Let's talk about something happy. Let's talk about video games, man.
Yeah, man.
What you been playing this week, buddy?
Here's a surprise. It's called Destiny 2.
Oh, I'm so surprised.
Yeah. I mean, it's weird, right? This Forsaken update is so good. Like,
that's what you said.
They brought Destiny back to a good place. I mean, in my humble opinion.
Yeah.
They brought Destiny 2 back to a really good place, and it's just so much fun again. Like it's back to like the Destiny 1 days, Tim. Like that's how I feel. It's like when I'm at work, I'm like, man, I wonder what's going on in Destiny right now.
So, not to pop your bubble or anybody's bubbles, because everybody knows I didn't play the expansion, and even other people who are not Destiny diehards are telling me, friends in my life are like, dude, you guys pick up Forsaken? Forsaken's fucking great.
Yeah.
Like I got other people telling me this, but I can't in good conscience deny the fact that there has been some earnings reports leak from Activision. And I don't know if you talked about that on your RNG cast this morning.
No.
Okay. Because you know what it listed for next September, right?
What, Destiny 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you feel about that?
I don't think it's going to happen. I think they're going to push back to 2020. I think they put it there just to have a placeholder. If anything, it's going to be like another big update drop. Like another Forsaken level drop is what I think might happen.
Yeah.
But if it does, it does. It's fine.
Okay. Do you think they'll wipe the slate clean again?
I don't care if they do or they don't.
Oh,
I'm one
really?
of the.
Okay.
I'm in the minority, I guess. I don't care.
Yeah, I know that kind of goes different ways for different people.
Yeah, I mean, people are like, they took our stuff. Like, yeah, cool. It's fine. And the people who were the loudest and the bitchiest about, oh, they took our stuff, we're nerfed now, we're weak again. It's like, what level are you on? Oh, I have all 3 at 600. Shut the fuck up. Shut your fucking mouth. You're just doing it for clicks. Shut up.
Yeah, I have no idea anymore. Is 600 the new max?
Yeah, 600 new max.
Okay, cool. Just thought I'd ask because I didn't know. Yeah. So I don't know. Like I saw that and I just was like shaking my head. But at the same time, you, Dame, fucking my boys that I play with on PlayStation, my girlfriend's friends, which is where I'm hearing from that Forsaken is great.
Yeah.
You know, and these were friends who had just played Destiny casually, and they're like, yeah, Destiny 2 was shit. Well, Forsaken is great. And I'm like, okay. If you say so.
Forsaken is Destiny 2, though.
You know, I said they're casual players, man.
Yeah, I know. I get it.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's what I mean.
Yeah, I was just bullshitting, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the, you know, I've been playing that. Really just been playing that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I've been playing a bunch of things this week. Been playing my Skyrim again. Now that I got my Switch back, I've been playing Mark the Ninja, which I've talked about already. It's fantastic. There's really nothing else to be said about it. Look at any review at anywhere. I don't think that game has below a 9 anywhere. Anywhere. Yeah. So I took a gamble and I picked up Starlink Battle for Atlas on my Switch.
Okay.
And this was one that I was excited for back when they showed it at E3, because they've been showing it, I guess, for a while, but it's been like, it's been a couple years, and they kind of retconned it, and it has a Toys to Life component to it, but you don't have to at the same time, like if you don't want to.
Yeah.
It is a hard game to describe. I'm not very far into it right now. And if you watch any of the video reviews, it's been getting good reviews. It's been getting like 7s and 8.5s and stuff. How do I describe this game? So it's open worlds. It's space combat. It's RPG. It's space flight, but it's also circle strafe shooting, like a first-person shooter, but with a ship.
Oh.
It's made by Ubisoft, and so there's a lot of Ubisoft open world stuff in it, like camps to clear out and parts of the map to reclaim.
Sure.
The worlds are handcrafted. I guess there's 7 of them, so it takes place in like a contained solar system. There's like a lot of story and voice acting and cutscenes, and they're good, but the story is also super generic. It's like, oh, you're a team, and you're part of the Starlink team, and your team gets fucked up, and now you gotta like reassemble the team to fight the bad dude in space.
Oh.
So, but I picked it up because I've been hearing that the combat is sweet as shit. And so far, I'm only like an hour in, so I can't really speak to the length of time on it. But the combat's real good. So like, yeah, it's a hard game to describe, man. Like, so it's RPG.
It sounds like one.
You've got a ship, and it's got RPG stats up the wazoo, energy costs and status effects and damages and range, fire, energy costs. And then you've got modules. You can put them on your wing. So like you could have like lasers and rockets, or lasers and black hole guns, and lasers and homing ice rockets, and space shooting shit. So you can customize that however the fuck you want, which is actually really cool. So it gives you a lot of flexibility in, shooting and space fighting the way you want to. The other thing about it, and this is going to sound really weird, and at first I didn't agree when I watched the video reviews, but there's kind of a No Man's Sky element to the game, which is kind of weird. Like the worlds are they're like No Man's Sky, but they're handcrafted as opposed to procedural. So there's like maybe a bit more fine detail to the worlds. But they're like global, and you can like go from the surface to space and to other planets seamlessly, just like No Man's Sky, which is kind of a cool trick. And there's like things to scan like No Man's Sky. and like get units and stuff for. Like
Okay.
it's taken, like, you don't ever get out of the ship. Like when you're in space, it's a space combat game. When you're in ground, it's a kind of, I would describe it like, if you're a Destiny player, I'd describe it like you're on a like you're still on the same ship, but it behaves differently when you're on the ground. Like you're hovering basically like it's like if a sparrow had combat.
Okay.
But you're also able to circle strafe like a first person shooter. So it feels very like a very lightning fast first person shooter, even though it's third person, if that makes any sense.
Like the pikes in Destiny?
Yeah, but they feel way better than the pikes. Because it's like it's primary, it's like this or in free space. And the space feels like Star Fox in a good way. And then the ground feels like not Star Fox.
in a good way.
Feels like a good Destiny combat, or maybe like a Halo vehicle combat. Like, I don't know.
Okay, you're talking about like vehicle combat. I was about to say, you can't say that the shooting in Destiny isn't the best.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm saying it's hard to describe, because like you're in a spaceship at all times. You do not get out of it ever.
Well, lost me.
But on the ground, it plays like a very lightning fast first person shooter.
Okay.
Like I have circle strafe, I can do, like, it moves like that, but it has the speed and kind of maybe the floatiness of a sparrow in Destiny in a good way. Yeah. And like you go to people and you get like quests and whatnot, and you level up and you talk to them and you solve their problems and you blow shit up and whatnot. I don't know. It's a hard game to describe. But
no, it sounds like a hard game to describe, actually.
Yeah, it is definitely hard. But I'm having fun. I picked it up because I like space and I like shooting. And specifically, I have the Switch version, which has like a whole 6 hours of integrated content in the main game, where it actually has fucking Star Fox and the Star Fox crew, and you do the Star Fox ship. Like I'm flying around right now the second in the Star Fox R-Wing.
That's cool.
And it fucking looks like the R-Wing, and it feels, I don't know, I guess it feels like maybe what a modern Star Fox game should be, perhaps. Because I know they've botched the last couple of Star Fox games they've tried.
Yeah. They weren't that great.
Like, for sure. Like, I played the demo of the Wii U version. That is not what I want in a Star Fox game, god damn it.
Not what I asked for.
Like, just give me fucking Star Fox 64 2. Is that too much to ask? And this is definitely not that, but it feels good like 64 did, if that makes any sense. So that's what I can say about that. Nothing too much else to say. I'm still in the starter world. I have a lot of things on my ship that are broken. Also kind of like No Man's Sky. And I'm kind of exploring this desert that looks like a cross between Tatooine and a bunch of places out of Borderlands.
Okay.
Which is kind of cool, because like in the distance I can see like skeletons of giant somethings or something. So I've been playing that a bit. Not a whole lot, but I decided to grab it because I like games. Yeah. I like games in space. So, yeah. Blast from the past, and something that I'm going to be doing tomorrow with my boy Brock, who's been on the show before, and is our castmate and plays Bjorn, Lightfoot, as we plug our other show, the Fork in Your Path podcast.
Also plays Corbin Twinsword.
Which I wouldn't know anything about, because you guys fucking exclude me like a bunch of bitches.
I wouldn't say we exclude you. It's a secret.
Fucking exclusion.
You're gonna get about 8 hours of fucking content dropped on you in about a minute. So.
Oh, that's good. Do you have that stuff? When does that come out?
I'm thinking about. I think we should probably drop it after we get done this. After we get back to town.
Okay.
That would be the best time, I think, because there's spoilers.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So. Totally fine. Totally fine. Yeah. What was I saying? Plug the show. Talking about games.
Brock, what are you guys doing tomorrow?
Oh, yeah. So we fired up because it warms the cockles of my heart, and also because Jessica doesn't want to do it because she's a scaredy cat on horror video games. Me and him fired up Dead Space 3 co-op last night, and we're going to go through the campaign tomorrow on hard.
Cool.
Which makes me happy because dude loves horror. He's my boy, and it's going to be a good time. We already played like an hour yesterday, and it was good. What wasn't good though was getting by fucking the glut of EA bullshit, because it's an EA owned game, unfortunately. To get the fucking online to work because they disconnected the fucking servers. We had to watch a fucking YouTube video. Like there's a workaround, but it's still bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, it was one of those fucking games in 2013 where it was like, to play online, you had to buy the online features pass. Fuck you, EA.
Yeah, it's kind of shit.
Yeah, super shit. And then, like, we watched a YouTube video, and we had to, like, go to the Microsoft store where they changed the price of it to free just so that we could have it. But we didn't know that.
Yeah.
You know? And, like, and I've had the game forever, so, like, you know, he's never played the game. Like, I just had a used copy lying around. And so we were real worried that we couldn't even fucking play co-op together, which would have been so gay.
Yeah, it would have been pretty bad.
But yeah, no, we got it working, and it was awesome. It was awesome. Good times. Good horror game for the season, that's for sure. Scratches that itch, because I love Dead Space.
It was funny because, you know, I had the playthrough of Borderlands 2. And I was like, hey, guys, remember when we started playing Borderlands? And they were like, yeah.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Remember how we said that we were going to continue? And they were like, yeah. I'm like, remember what happened? They were like, yeah, Destiny 2 happened. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty rough. Because it is quite rough to get, you know, because no one wants to. Destiny 2 is, like I said, is in a good place. So people are like, nah, man, this is good. I got that grind on. Like, makes you want to grind again. Oh, so good. Yeah. But maybe if there's ever a stop, we'll we'll go back and keep playing it, but who knows?
Yeah, for sure.
I got a little look-see at Fallout 76.
Oh shit! Hang on. Technical difficulties. Hang on. Saved? Are we saved? We're saved. Whew. Okay, I'm back. Don't worry about it.
What happened?
Oh, I've been on battery power.
Oh, Jesus
and
Christ.
We all know what happened last time.
Yeah,
it got down below 15%, and we were at 9, and I got the little alert, and I was like, oh, nope.
No, not today.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, gotta look at 76.
So you did play it?
I got a few minutes in with it. Yeah, my brother got a hold of it. He pre-ordered it.
Okay, so I want to hear all of your thoughts. Go.
The best thing they did was do the beta. Because
is it bad?
It wasn't great.
Oh no, they're gonna have a rough launch. You think?
I hope not. This beta is being very it's very open, but they want to know what happened. I had a few issues with frame droppage.
Oh no.
I had a few issues with the enemies being stuck in a neutral position but still moving.
Oh no.
I've had a few.
That sounds like alpha stuff, not beta stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's also a bunch of people. There was also a full server worth. Like they're testing them.
Yeah.
I can see that there could be griefing.
Yeah.
But it's very the PvP is very interesting. Like you can walk up to me and shoot me, and it will do 0.2% damage, and then I could just walk away from you. Like, I don't have to engage. If I engage, then I'm saying, yeah, let's fight to the death. But if you chased after and kept going and kept shooting and killed me, you would be wanted.
Yeah.
So they're trying to stop. They are trying to stop the griefing, which is, I mean, if you're going to do an online game, there's going to be griefing. You just got to be ready. You just got to be ready for it because it's going to happen. That's how I look at it. I mean, there's griefing in Destiny too, for fuck's sake. Not all games have it. It's just something you can do. I did engage in a little PvP.
Mm-hmm.
It was interesting. There is a power swing, which I think they'll fix that. They said there won't be a power swing, like a higher level will one shot somebody, but that might have been a thing. Not very much base building. I don't really fuck too much with that. Yeah, it was okay, but good thing that they have a beta. If they had just launched it like that, it'd have been. I'm gonna say it right now. If they launched the game the way it was, it'd have been a Destiny 2 beta. It would be vanilla Destiny 2.
I don't remember the Destiny 2 beta being bad though.
No. I'm sorry, the Destiny 2 release, the vanilla release. How people were like, "Oh, this isn't what we wanted. This isn't what we wanted," type of thing.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah. It would have been that type of situation.
Gotcha, man.
So, I mean, it's still kind of fun though. It was still fun to play. It was always good to have. My brother was like, "I haven't really played this. Is it fun?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's fun." But he's enjoying it. He told me he got it, and I was like, "I will go there."
Sweet.
But yeah.
So, do you think they're gonna be able to pull it off?
Yeah, I think they'll. Yeah, I did a couple of their public events.
Okay,
which is interesting.
So I never played Fallout 4. I assume it plays like Fallout 4, right?
It plays like Fallout 4,
and that's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
You said that with some trepidation, buddy.
It's more, yeah. I mean, it has that immersiveness as Fallout 4 does, so it's fine. I didn't like the base mechanics and all that. I didn't like it. I was in the middle of something, and then all of a sudden, your settlements are under attack. No shit, they're under attack. You're in a post-apocalyptic wasteland. People are gonna want your shit. If I put you in a goddamn house and gave you a bed, Ethel, fucking kill somebody for it. So I mean, I played it. Yeah, I beat it. It's fine. Not the beta, but Fallout 4 I'm talking about.
Yeah,
it's fun.
Gotcha.
I mean, I like 3 better, of course.
Now,
the music.
Why do you like 3 better?
I think I was just immersed in it more. Like 3 Dogs, I felt like 3 Dogs was talking to me. He was my buddy. You know what I mean?
Okay.
If that makes sense. This one, the music is a lot different. So, it's,
Okay.
It is very on the nose for West Virginia.
Yeah, because you've been there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it feel authentic, though?
Okay.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
Fair enough, man.
Yeah, fun.
Fair enough. Yeah, so I've been playing. What else have I been playing? Oh, I've been playing No Man's Sky again. Been playing their weekly community events, which I gotta say, get better and better. Like first they're pretty simple, but I just did this one last night, where you like go to this planet and you're like trying to save this crew. That's like, it's like some real Star Trek shit. Like they're like getting like sucked into another dimension. And based on which choices you make, you can either save them or not save them, which is really cool.
Okay.
And like you can like salvage their frigate and their main ship and stuff. And then what's also cool is they took you to this world that was like, it was a world they made just for this event. like Hello Games did, and it
Okay.
has like best I can describe the world is like covered in giant, and I mean like the biggest things you have ever seen, at least in like size comparison on a planet for No Man's Sky, like roses and thorns.
Okay.
And so like taking off and landing is real fucking challenging because you're like, fuck, thorn, fuck, tree, fuck, giant thing, fuck, land, god damn it. You know?
Oh.
Like it's interesting, like it's hostile to like get on and off the planet, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Which is real cool because it like, you know, it gives it a challenge and stuff. And the rewards are real cool. But I also bring up No Man's Sky because surprise, surprise, especially to me, they just announced another huge expansion coming next week.
Really?
Yeah. And they're fucking being real cock teaser dicks about it. Like a fucking full big expansion apparently next week that they're calling The Abyss. No Man's Sky The Abyss. And it launches next week. They said before Halloween. And they said, and we're not going to tell you anything about it other than it's going to focus on the weird elements of space travel.
Mm.
And then they're like, Happy Halloween. And I was like, oh, you cheeky fucks. Because they're like, yeah, No Man's Sky next, our biggest expansion ever. But surprise, we've also had a team working on this other expansion. And here it is next week. But we're not going to tell you anything about it. Here's the logo. It's like, what? That's so crazy. They've been doing so good with their updates, man.
Yeah.
It's been... Yeah, I know. I know you're not into it. I'm just saying it for the other No Man's Sky people.
Yeah, I just don't... I don't know. Didn't like it.
It's okay. It's okay. We know it's got a bunch of things you don't like.
Yeah. Pretty much if you flood things I don't like into a game, I'm not going to like it.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Anyways, it's real cool. They're doing real good in that regard.
Mm-hmm.
Played some more Super Mario Party this week with the girlfriend.
Okay.
Still got my shit kicked in, so I'm not real happy about it. Yeah, just not real good. Not real good at all. Still been playing a little more Paladins.
Okay.
I've not played the new map or the new hero yet.
Okay.
Kind of annoying. Haven't even seen him yet.
Really?
I mean, I've seen him, but like not in action.
You know, put your hands on him.
Yeah, like my roll of the dice on what map they throw me on has not been great.
Yeah.
Apparently. So that's the thing. I feel bad for myself because I know that I'm not going to play it, but I picked it up for my girlfriend. Have you heard of a game called Okami?
Yes.
You played it?
Yes.
What your thoughts?
I love it.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I loved it. Yeah.
I now own Okami 3 times.
Yep.
I had it on the PS2, never beat it. I got pretty far. It's a huge game. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it's not for a lack of trying necessarily. I have it on the Wii. And I just bought it again on the Switch. Cuz it was $12 on sale. And I was like, "Hey honey, you ever played Okami?" And she's like, "No, but I've always wanted to." And then I was like, "Do you want me to buy it for you?" She's like, "Sure." So I have Okami HD remastered sitting on my Switch waiting for Jessica. So that's a thing. I don't know. I might actually finish it cuz I mean it's let's be honest, it's going to be a long wait for the next Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
And Okami, for those who don't know, is made by Capcom and it's in the you might know this name better than I do. I don't remember the name. It's a particular kind of Japanese calligraphy art style. Tim says, asking, hoping that Mike's life in Japan will come through and not make Tim sound like an idiot.
It's like watercolor in a weird way. It's like a God damn it! Now I gotta look it up and remember.
So essentially, Okami has this. It has a
I didn't study art, Japanese art, Tim.
Well, I don't know. It has this cel-shaded art style, but it's like calligraphy based, so it has a lot of really deep black lines. So even though it's technically a PS2 game, it's aged really well. And look anywhere in the reviews, it got high 8s and high 9s as being basically a Legend of Zelda ripoff.
You just play as a wolf.
Yeah, you just play as a wolf, and not like the not like Link even... Wolf.
Yeah.
Just to be clear, not the Twilight Wolf Link, but like a wolf that can actually do shit. Zing.
Not like Link Wolf, like a good wolf.
Yeah, like a good wolf. Like a good fucking wolf.
Hey, pharmacy.
I haven't been playing it for the last month or so, but I feel I'll bring it up because it sounds cool. So I guess Fortnite Battle Royale has an event going on right now where it mixes the single player and the Battle Royale together. And so like while you're out battling Royale, there's like NPC enemy zombies running around everywhere.
Oh, okay. It's called cool. Sumai is the art style, Tim.
There you go. Thanks for not making me sound stupid. Good job.
I had to text one of my buddies was big into the Japanese art, and I was like, "Hey man, Okami, what's the art style?" And he was like, "Sumai," and I'm like, "Yeah." And he was like, "There's another one like Yukamayo is the traditional. Yukamayo is like the traditional like wood carving with ink and stuff."
Okay.
I could totally be massacring those names. Mind you, that
is okay.
But yeah, that is what it's called.
Yeah. I don't have really anything else to talk about. I know probably the biggest game of the year just came out yesterday. Red Dead Redemption 2.
I mean, that's a huge statement you just said.
What, biggest game of the year?
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, I didn't even play the first one, so I didn't even know it was coming out.
Oh, it's out. It's here. Reviews are out. People are giving it 10s like it's going out of style.
Yeah, I mean, the way I look at reviews, like reviewers, I don't... it's going to sound terrible.
Go for it.
I don't give a fuck what the industry says.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a few people that if they're like, okay, yeah, this is a great game, I'm like, okay, cool, this is a great game in the industry. You know, like Greg Miller. If Greg Miller says something's good, I'm like, yeah, okay, well, if Greg Miller says it's good, it's good. Type of situation.
Greg says it's real good.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't. If it's a sequel, I never played the first one, so I don't care.
So Red Dead has a very complicated, convoluted thing. So Red Dead Redemption 2 is actually a prequel to Red Redemption. And then Red Dead Redemption is itself a sequel to Red Dead's like 1 through 3.
Okay. So it makes no sense.
Yeah. It doesn't give a fuck. Doesn't matter, essentially. Like if Zelda games had numbers, doesn't matter. Basically. But yeah, apparently it's real good. And it will literally destroy your fucking hard drive space. Do you know, I think we've talked about this before, but do you know how much it fucking takes to fucking have it on your PlayStation 4 hard drive?
Probably more than I have.
Probably. It takes 180 gigs.
Fuck you.
Game comes on 2 motherfucking Blu-ray discs.
I'll cuss you out.
It's Rockstar. They can do whatever the fuck they want.
Sure, I guess.
I mean, they can.
Well, yeah.
Well, let's be honest.
I know a few guys that all they play is Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, yeah, I believe it, because people are still playing it. Because, it's good. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that it's not good. I just don't have anybody to play with except for Dame.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
And I rarely play with Dame, unfortunately.
Yeah. You rarely play with me, so.
Well, it's the East Coast problem.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
It's the East Coast debacle.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I hear it's real good. I'm excited for it, but I'm not going to pick it up until several months down the line. And I'll tell you why. One, I would like to beat Red Dead Redemption 1. I got like 60 hours into it. And it's a Rockstar game. So 60 hours probably means I'm a quarter of the way through the game.
That's fair.
But it's real good. It's real good. It's the game that inspired the writers of Westworld to write Westworld. Even though it's also based on a previous movie called Westworld.
Yeah, but say it also has a movie based on it.
But yeah, no, if you look at any behind the scenes things on Westworld, Jonathan Nolan is like, yeah, I would literally play Red Dead Redemption and write Westworld. And that's what I modeled the loops for the hosts and all that stuff on. Was me playing Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he's a huge fan. Just trying to tie in the Westworld love there. But I guess yeah, I've seen some video reviews. It looks fucking gorgeous as a video game, which is not surprising.
Gotta buy a new PlayStation 4 for it though. Holy fuck.
What, for the space?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you could just upgrade your hard drive or get another hard drive. You know?
Sure.
But yeah, at 180 gigs, if you have an OG 500 gigabyte hard drive in your PS4,
banana sandwiches,
you're gonna have to kill a lot of your installed games to fit that fucking bitch in there. That's for sure. And to clarify, it's not just like, oh, you can put the discs in and you have to download data. That 180 gigs is required install, by the way.
Jesus.
Like, so if you're gonna play, you're gonna need to either upgrade or kill a lot of stuff on your hard drive. Which I suppose is unfortunate, but at the same time, though, like, apparently the game, according to the reviews, the game is so huge. Like, I guess the campaign is like 80 hours long.
Uh-huh.
And then there's a prologue that's 120 hours long.
Listen, man. Listen, man, I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't have it in me, Tim, to play a game that long.
I don't think I do either.
I don't have it in me.
But it's not going to stop me from, like, trying.
Sure. I say that now, and I realize I probably have over 1,000 hours in Destiny.
Oh, yeah.
Easily, I have over 1,000 hours in Destiny too.
Yeah, for sure. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it at all. So, but anyway, Red Dead Redemption 2. It's out. There's no denying that it's going to do real well critically, and it's real good.
Yeah.
I hear that the extents of ridiculous minutia that they went through in this game is just beyond absurdity.
I'm sure of that.
Like, apparently the horse testicles on the horse you ride contract and expand based on which region you're in, like whether they're cold or warm.
I heard that. Hey, why don't you work on something else instead of horse nuts?
And you can drink coffee in the game, but you got to grind it and you got to brew it first.
See, I don't need a life simulator.
It's not a life simulator. It's a Wild West
Sure,
simulator.
okay.
That's the difference.
Do you know any weirdos that do that? I know we're coming to the end. I just wanted to ask that question.
Oh,
do you know any people who grind and brew their own coffee? Like,
sure, Brock.
Brock does?
Oh yeah.
Like, he takes the beans and grinds it down. He's a French press.
Yeah, dude. Dude. He cuts his beard with a flat razor, buddy. He's that kind of guy.
Does he use pomade?
I don't know.
I mean, I can't say shit. I use pomade too. So,
you know, my boy Brock, he fucking grinds his own beans, brews his own shit, shaves his own shit, and this is an exaggeration, which may or may not be true. You know, his fucking aftershaves with whiskey. Like, that's the kind of boy he is.
No, I bet that's true. I could see that.
Yeah.
Brock's my boy though.
Yeah, Brock's great.
One of the few things I can say about this whole strange trip we've been on with podcasting and with playing Pathfinder.
Mm-hmm.
It's a strange trip, but man, we have had some fun times.
Oh yeah, it has
like
been
the first time you did Dolores' voice, we all said, "Jesus Christ!"
Oh,
now when you do it, we're like, "Oh shit, Dolores!" Like,
yeah, yeah, it's pretty great. It's pretty great. Speaking of that, I will have a bonus uh, campaign to throw out onto the Fork in Your Path at some point, because I got invited to do a 80s Halloween themed 5e one shot on Halloween.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Very dope.
Yeah, I'll be playing a guy named Tony, who's the bad boy whose father left him when he was young.
Okay. Are you doing pre-gen, or did you do it yourself?
No. It's somebody made it for me.
Okay.
And I'm just playing a role for a few hours.
Oh, cool. I mean,
and I'm gonna do my Rick voice. So
yes,
it's gonna.
yes.
I hope it comes together.
I've also been speaking to James.
Yeah.
From the Fork in Your Path, and he has expressed interest in.
He's also been on.
He's also been in Fork in Your Ear. Yeah, he's Fork fam.
Mm-hmm.
He mentioned that he's been considering throwing his hat in the ring for GMing.
Yeah.
And I remember what I said, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm for that 100%, because that stops me from having to write all the fucking time."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we could. I think we could probably have 3 games going, and then just have them like every 2 or every month or every 2 months cycle back, because then that gives whoever's GMing the ability to plan and keep up. Yeah, because I have enough to keep us going for a few months, but
yeah,
I mean, being ahead would be fucking sweet. So I mentioned to him, and he was talking about running Curse of the Crimson Throne, the adventure path.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, okay, hear me out. Instead of hopping into an adventure path, which, is, if you get the book, it's a money investment.
Mm-hmm.
Get a Pathfinder scenario or a module and run that just to get your feet wet.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, I mean, that, and I have, I'll have you there to back up if you need, for a GM tip. And I'm like, dude, I'm there for everybody. That's what I told you after our whole debacle.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like I realized Critical Role has so many people GMing different games, different one shots, and all that. I'm like, fuck it, we can just have a, Fork in Your Path Prime, boom, and then Tim's forking episodes, or James forking it up. We can just have the name of whoever's GMing in the front. That way, people can know what game you're hopping into. We can do so much shit, man. I'm so excited for this. Plus, I get to play, and I'm so excited to play and not run 100 different characters. When people are like, when I go, okay, what are you going to do? And then they're sitting for another 5 minutes. I'm like, cool, what are you going to do? Everybody's like, come on, man, I'm trying to think. I'm like, I have all the other characters. You have one. I said that to Brock yesterday. I was like, Brock, okay, cool, Brock, what do you want to do? And he was like, okay, hold on. And he's sitting there talking, and I'm like, 2 or 3 minutes goes by. I'm like, cool, man, what are you planning on doing? He's like, come on, man, give me a second. I'm like, hey, I have 11 other people I'm running. Don't tell me one's hard.
Oh, but he did.
He didn't play a rogue.
That's surprising. Yeah, no, it'll be interesting. All the different ways that we're gonna spread from here. Did I tell you the numbers for the show, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not shabby.
Not bad.
Not bad for only realistically actually been rolling about a month. So, yeah.
I mean, we've been playing for a lot longer than that, but
I know, but all the fucking issues with iTunes, and then my fucking issues with editing.
Not fucking editing.
Not the easiest thing to edit at all. And also part of it, I will own up, Fork fam. Definitely my fault for not labeling them correctly. Super fucking bad. In present, I'm good. They are fucking labeled. They are in folders. They are numbered. They are dated. They are labeled. But the back episodes, which we're still getting through,
Not so much. Yeah, they're dates in my name. Is what they are.
Yeah, which is real annoying. Thanks, Skype, for the way that you fucking label your shit. God damn it. So, anyways, I think that brings us to the end of another fantastic episode of the Fork in Your Ear podcast. Yeah. I hope everybody in the Fork fam has a very happy Hallows Eve.
Spoopy Christmas for people who like scary stuff.
Yeah. I'll have, of course, next week in our live topic, probably another raunchous adventure of my Halloween house crawl. Last year, I gave blood. I went into a house crawl, and we ended up at some school synjig around a lake. So we'll see how this year's goes.
That's a big nope for me, buddy. On both accounts.
Oh man. So I'm looking forward to it. I'll have some adventures and tales.
Oh, I'm sure.
Next week it'll be great.
I am sure.
Yeah. And of course, you can find The Fork in Your Path wherever fine podcasts are not sold. I think I'm still working on getting I want to say SoundCloud and Podbean. There's a couple others that I think I'm missing.
Yeah, the ones you got to do singularly, like like Stitcher.
Yeah, Stitcher's up.
Yeah, I know. I appreciate you doing that because I asked for that. That's what I use.
Yeah, I know. Google's up, and iTunes is up, and YouTube's always been up. So there's that. So, all right, Fork fam. Until next week. This is Tim. This is Mike. Get forked.
Shazam.
Sizzle, 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 sizzle.
Sizzle. Burn. Burn.
Burn.
Hot, hot, hot.
That's fantastic. All right, recording is... Thank you for listening to a Dynamic Works production podcast. You can find our podcast at www.dynamicworksproductions.com. Feel free to email us at dynamicworks@mac.com.
This is Dominic Armato, the voice of Guybrush Threepwood, and you're listening to a Dynamic Works production podcast.
The Citadel, Arrival, is the first installment in a series of epic science fiction short stories reminiscent of the Pulp Fiction style. It's a fast-paced story that will take you through twists and turns that you will not expect, until they are thrust upon you with all the force, excitement, and chaos of a plasma cannon blast. The story follows Katarl, a nobody cog in the working wheels of a futuristic society run completely by Megacorp, a corporation that carefully runs and manages the lives of the people living under its sphere of power. On one of Katarl's few and far between days off from work, an outing he had hoped would be fun and relaxing turns into an explosive adventure that drags him kicking and screaming into situations and challenges that will make him question every aspect of his life. Watch this colorful tapestry unfurl as Katarl and his newfound allies find their way through this classic, yet oddly surprising tale of good and evil, where nothing is quite what it appears to be. That's The Citadel, Arrival, by author Tim K.A. Trotter, available right now on Amazon Kindle Store and iTunes iBookstore for only $2.99. Hey man, how's it going?
What's up, dude? Going good, man.
Sweet. Things are going better in my life, but all the appliances in my house keep failing. So
Really?
Our fridge went out.
Oh, no.
And we've had a water softener like in the house since we got it.
Uh-huh.
And we took it offline, like, and it's like never been taken offline. We took it offline because like the father has like a salt allergy, because that's like what caused his like heart thing.
Yeah.
And so we're like, well, maybe he's getting too much water with the fucking water softener. And so we determined that wasn't the case with his doctors or whatever. I was like, yeah, that seemed kind of silly anyway, but you know, whatever. And so we went to fucking yesterday. Like, have you ever used a water softener?
Yeah.
Okay, you put the giant bags of salt pellets in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so, like, Brock goes to, like, throw the salt pellet in, and I'm not paying attention. He's, like, taking the tank off. We're firing it back up again. And, he throws the bag in, and there's all this water noise. And I was like, wait a minute. Not supposed to be a water noise. He's like, I don't know, man. Like, that's just what it was. And so, like, the fucking thing is filled with water. Like, and it's been filled with water for, like, 4 or 6 months. It's all not great looking. And we're like, oh, shit. And then there's, like, somebody had put a bag to the left of it, and, like, there was, like, a reservoir, like, offshoot hose going to, like, a bucket. But that bucket was full, and somebody put another, like, 5-gallon Home Depot bucket on top of that bucket, and both buckets were filled with water. And it was, like, flooding the little area in the basement where the fucking thing was. And we're like, oh, shit. And then we traced a pipe back along the wall back by this bookshelf. And, like, we moved a bunch of shit because, like, the downstairs is a disaster because of parents packing things up and moving. And then also Jessica moving in because I live downstairs. And, this fucking corner not only is soaked with water, like, through the wall, like, from subterranean somewhere, there's a leak, but this corner has, like, billions of, like, little white creepy crawly things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, one of those weeks.
Yeah, we have what's called sprickets here.
I don't know what a spricket
it's a spider. It looks like a spider and a cricket.
Oh, fuck that noise.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that noise.
Yeah, it's because it's like a spider, but it jumps.
Oh, fuck that. Fuck that. Nope. Nope, I say. Nope, I say, good sir.
Oh, I'm the same way. I was like, when I go in my shed, I'm like, ugh.
Ugh. Fuck that. Fuck that. Ugh.
Fuck that shit.
Okay. Well, I guess we should get to it, good sir.
Yeah.
How's your week been, by the way?
Good. Perpetual cough because, hot the cold, but...
Oh, that's gotta suck. Because it dries your throat out? Because of the cold?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it still blistering hot in Jersey?
No.
Oh, has the winter come?
Yeah, it's like 52 degrees today.
Well, that's still pretty good, though, right? Or do you have, like, really cold winds?
If it's windy, it's bad. I can deal with it, not being. If it's just cold and the wind is still, I can be outside all day. So that wind kicks up, you're like, oh, okay.
Okay. Well, alrighty then. Sweet. Well, then let's get into it, and we'll talk some more about life as we go. Okie dokie. 3, 2, 1. Cut in.